And we're live. What's up?
Yo, what up, peeps?
We're gonna do this 2 days in a row. But
This
what's
is like nothing really important has to be covered here. I was just extremely bored. Like,
yeah, I was sitting on the porch and I don't know why. But no, it's cool. I'm excited for tomorrow night. We're gonna have a special guest. I don't want to spoil that yet, but
I'm excited about that one. Really
yeah,
am. I think it's gonna be fun.
very good good person to talk to. He's very lively when he's talking and
Yes.
gets to what he's talking about. So he got that. But if anybody's jumps on here, you can join us down there. The link is in the description of this video. And we're just live on YouTube tonight. I didn't throw it on anything else, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So what you been up to, dude?
Not a whole lot. I just getting back in the swing of work. You know, that's been my main thing, and it was a little better this week compared to the first week.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine just being so used to kind of doing your own thing, and like you're like, what you want me at? Hang on, you want me there at what time? I don't know if I can swing it.
So I'm actually covering sports now too, which I haven't done for a while. So that's going to be interesting. But
that's fun. Just you covering professional sports, I guess, because it's really the only thing that's happening right now.
Oh, there's high school sports, but and then they have a college in the town I work in, so they probably have some kind of fall something. But that's something I was going to talk about. You know, I still follow. You know, I was born and raised in southern Indiana, and Indiana high school is playing football. They played 2 weeks now, and seems to be going smooth. So hopefully that's a good sign for NFL. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, they're 2 weeks in high school football in Indiana, and things seem to be going okay. So that's a good sign, I guess. You're muted.
I suck at that, dude.
But,
yeah, man, the playoffs started back up today.
I saw that.
I get what they were doing, but I was really looking forward to that Trailblazers Lakers game. That's all I'm saying. It's the only complaint you're going to get out of me.
Yeah, I totally get their stance for sure. Mm-hmm. That video is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But you sitting out the rest of the season really isn't going to accomplish anything in the long run. You know,
it's not, man. And you know, I don't know if you saw the reports that what Jaylen Brown said during their players meeting.
I would see that.
He made a really good point, which I really liked. He's like, "Oh, look, man, if we decide to end this, that's fine. But y'all better be going straight to the streets. As soon as you leave the bubble, as soon as you leave here, that's what you better be doing."
Yeah.
And I think they turned it around.
You know, there's a lot of talk. I don't want to go too deep into this, but
no.
Something I wanted to say about it is there's a lot of talk about what this guy's record was, you know, in the past. Well, that was the past. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And in that moment, he was shot in the back 7 times. So
yeah, I haven't seen the video, and I probably won't.
It's not.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't want to be that guy. It's just this shit is just too depressing.
It is,
and I'm probably not the person to have an opinion on it. So, yeah. Right, like, all I can say is I was like, damn, dude, like that Lakers Trailblazer like series was looking pretty good. That's all I was saying. Like, I was like,
well, it's back, thankfully. So
it is, and right now the Trailblazers are kicking the Lakers' ass. I really wanted them to go ahead and wrap that up, move on, because I think the next round's going to be a little easier for them. They'll probably handily take care of the Jazz, and then we can get on to what everybody's been talking about since last year. Yeah. Lakers Clippers.
Yeah, that'll be a good series. So I was a little worried the Blazers were going to take them down there in the beginning, but They've turned it around.
They have. They still might, but and Luka Doncic just like going ballistic on the Clippers, man.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I love to see a white boy ball. And like this is the second one. So like
Yeah. Larry Bird's proud. So
have you seen those memes that have been floating around? It's like Larry Bird in a pickup truck. It's
yeah.
like imagine this guy pulling up and dropping 40 on you and your boys. Like
I sent that to my son. Yeah, we're all proud of Larry in Indiana. So we're still holding on to that 70s pride.
yeah.
So let's jump into some horror. We're actually gonna go meet, I guess you could say, a horror icon, right? Next weekend.
He's a part of the horror icons lineage.
Yeah. You wanna tell the folks about that?
Here in good old Owensboro, Kentucky. Little bitty, I mean not little bitty town, but I mean small town Kentucky. We're gonna have CJ Graham at a local Halloween and I don't know how you describe it. He makes custom masks. Guy just opened up Ghostly Productions. I think he's actually going to do the podcast with us at some point. I'd really like to get him on. But yeah, he's going to be in. Hang on, my daughter just got a hold of my guitar. Hang on.
Sure. So yeah, CJ Graham. Sorry about that. We're gonna meet him. He's gonna be doing a autograph and photo meet and greet next weekend, and it should be a fun time down there in Owensboro, Kentucky. I'm gonna make the drive over and hang out with Jonathan, and maybe we'll do some other stuff too. I was gonna ask you that. I guess I'll ask you on air. Should I? I was gonna come a little early and maybe hit up the whatever what's the place called, Second and Charles, and
Yeah, we can do that.
stuff like that. So
Yeah. Oh, I'll show you. I'll grab something. But go ahead, keep talking.
yeah. So yeah, maybe we can get a video out of that or something to throw here on YouTube. Hit the money tree and stuff down there, whatever we can find. So
Yeah,
and
I'm back.
Yeah, maybe that place again. If he didn't buy all the good stuff at that.
Man, I hope he puts more stuff out. I was going to show that later. I just wanted to have it like on deck.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll do that later. Yeah, we'll do that, and
That's gonna be a good time. I know we can film there and everything, and
good.
Should be small. And I mean, hopefully it's big enough, right? But
Right.
it's not gonna be like going to a convention, so we should be able to.
Yeah. Wonder what kind of crowd he'll draw.
Super short notice, like.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because you got to think like he's not even the most well-known Jason.
Right. Yeah, it's not like they're bringing in Kane Hodder or something.
Yeah, I mean, Kane Hodder's different, like.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess any Jason you bring into people who aren't into the genre, it's just going to be Jason, right? So,
yeah. I mean, it's a draw. So
now I do want to say that like CJ did a great job as Jason. He's like the most physically imposing Jason they ever had.
Right. Yeah. I like part 6 a lot.
So. Oh, I do too. It's a great one. And like I said, he was a really good Jason, man.
Yep. So
that Jason also gardened, as far as I could tell.
Yeah. So I'm excited. It'll be fun. Be a fun time to come down, and it's been a while since we've hung out a little bit.
Yeah. So that'll be good and perfect excuse, right?
Yeah. I got nothing going on, so
what are you getting signed? I know what you're getting signed, but
I got I've got the Waxwork Friday 6 vinyl. And I'm going to bring that and get it signed. I don't have it with me right now, but yeah.
I'm gonna try to get a part 6 poster in here before.
If I can find a picture of this. Oh yeah, you got to find something quick with that short notice.
Yeah, I didn't just want to get like a Blu-ray signed or something, but of course, none of the posters on Amazon are Prime. So,
Yeah, here we go. There's the cover of that.
oh, I've never seen that. That's sick, dude.
Yeah. So this is the back. Whoops, I'm clicking the wrong screen here. That's the back of it. So
Oh, that's slick, man.
yeah. So get that signed. That'll be cool to have.
This will be the first Jason I've ever met.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I guess I could do this. Worst case scenario, I forgot that Walmart has like. You seen where Walmart has all those NECA figures?
Yeah, I have.
I could just get one of those.
Do they have a 6 there?
Yeah, they do. I was just looking through. I was like, I forgot. I saw a part 6 there the other day.
That's cool. Then that would actually be really good to get done.
Yeah, I may actually just do that.
Yeah. Oh man. So I guess I could show this crap I bought. I hit up the Spirit Halloween in my area here. Finally opened up, and actually went twice. But bought a few things. I know if you watched Piz's video, you saw this. I had to buy the Halloween 6 fleece blanket.
I feel like Halloween Part 6 gets put on so many random pieces of merch, like that poster art.
Yeah.
I have like a piece of wood that like has it on it, like that I got from Second and Charles. Like I just feel like it's everywhere. I like it's good. It's good art though.
Yeah, I thought that would be good for the backyard movie nights. And
oh, perfect.
October, so I got that. Then I got let's see, I have to unwrap it here. I got this Michael Myers coffee mug.
Hey.
And then went for a little home decor for the Halloween season. I got this plush Sam from Trick or Treat.
So. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to know people still care about that movie.
Yeah, they had a lot of Trick or Treat stuff there. So that was kind of cool. So they're still adding more to their they got more trucks coming in, the guy said. So he said check back. I think Piz said the same thing in his video, that they kind of told him the same thing. They were still getting set up. So,
I don't know if we have a Spirit Halloween over here.
I think the closest one to you is the one I went to. So,
Evansville?
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
So, but you can order stuff off their website, and, you can do it that way too.
So, well, this week I got my Blockbuster merch in.
Nice.
From Ben Blockbuster. It only took a month. Them and Vinegar Syndrome use the same people for packaging and shipping. I got this, and I got a Blockbuster membership card. I'm a little upset about that membership card. Okay, but here's the thing. I did purchase this because they're in trouble, like due to COVID, and I don't want to see the last Blockbuster in the world go out. So this was pretty much a donation, right? So for $2, I bought a membership card. That's cool. Thinking they were going to be like the old school Blockbuster membership cards. It was just like a piece of inkjet printed paper with Blockbuster on it, and they laminated it.
Wow.
I was like, oh, come on, folks. You guys, you can do better than that.
Yeah. Maybe that's their membership card, though.
I'm sure it is now, but like in my head, I was like, oh, it's going to be like the old school cards, and like those were laminated, but like it was just better quality. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I thought about those cards. I did see the thing where they're doing the Airbnb at the store, which that would be cool if you were in that area. But
yeah, you have to live there to do it. Yeah, okay. Like that's one of the requirements, and I'm sure that's to try to drum up local business.
Yeah,
because I mean, it doesn't matter if I think Blockbuster's cool. I'm in Kentucky, so I can't do anything for them.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely do it if I lived there. But,
oh yeah, me too, man. That'd be what would be the shit is to get a bunch of people like from the community to go in on it or whatever.
Yeah, that
do
would be awesome.
do live streams from there, videos. I mean, oh man, you'll talk about just a
Yeah.
wealth of stuff you could do with that.
Yeah, that would be the thing to do. Do like everybody do a live stream from their channel, like back to back from there, and
Yeah, it'd be like a lock-in. Do you remember those from like when you were in like middle school?
yep, yeah, that would be awesome. I hope someone does that actually.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I want to cut on whatever the AdSense is on that if somebody does it.
So, I guess we'll mention it. We do have a big live stream tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, wherever you are in the world. You can do the math there. And we've got a special guest that's going to be on talking with us about a number of topics, including, of course, the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman, which just shocked me. And I have a lot of thoughts on that. I do want to talk about tomorrow night. So, and I know our special guest will as well, for sure.
Yeah, man, I caught that. I was actually on Dead Pits. They were doing an auction last night.
Yeah,
and I mean, it just came out of nowhere. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Everybody's still shocked. So.
You know, it reminded me of Kelly Preston earlier this year. How no one really knew she was sick. It was the same thing with him, but I think with him, he just seemed so alive and recent in the public eye. No, it was. It's sad. It's just kind of hard to believe. So, but we'll leave it at that. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, and probably talk a little bit about some of his work, his legacy he leaves behind for sure. Did a lot of good stuff. So
yeah, he did.
So
unfortunate we have to talk about somebody passing almost every time we get together, but
and typically it's like one of our icons from the 80s or something, that's just gotten old and they're lived a full life. But when someone dies at my age, it's, for one, it makes you think about your own mortality, and it's just a tough thing. So got a hello from I think that's Gibbs, the obsoletionist from Piz's Region Free and the Sausage Factory. So
what up, dog?
How's it going? Thank you for watching.
So did you score anything good this week, movie wise?
I'm trying to think if I bought anything movie wise.
I know something you got in.
Oh yeah, Tales from the Dark Side. I don't have it with me. I didn't even know that was coming. That's how crazy my summer's been. Just buying stuff like crazy.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet. I watched some of the special features, but yeah, it's I'm gonna probably put it in this weekend. I've been working on my list for the Halloween season of stuff I want to watch, and that one will probably drop in the rotation at some point. So
transfer's nothing special. Like it's an old transfer, but those special features make that release. I mean, it was 100% worth buying. Felcher awesome. Did an awesome job on that, man.
Is that the first time that's on Blu-ray too?
It is, man.
Okay,
that's
that's worth it too. Then, so I always look at it that way. Even if the special features are light, if it's the only Blu-ray edition of it, then it's worth the upgrade.
No brainer. Yeah. It is a bit pricey. I will say that it's one of those closer to $30 titles.
Yeah. Do your due diligence when you're out looking for that. And I'll always throw the plug for that store that I buy from in St. Louis, the Vintage Stock. If you go to their website, I think it's $21.99. So,
oh man, that's a great price on that, then, man.
I would recommend. Most of their Scream Factory titles start at that. So,
I'd recommend trying to get that one quick, man, because that slip cover is Very nice.
Yeah. Actually, I did pick up. I was going to tell you this kind of in text or something, but it's not one of the like stellar movies. But I actually bought a Scream Factory at the Mega Replay store the other night for $3.99, and it's like 50s, like the Deadly Manus or something. But it's a Scream Factory, so I was like, "Oh, I'm buying that for $3. What the hell?"
We're getting a Super Mega Replay in Owensboro.
Oh, are you?
That'll be cool. It for Money Tree, by the way. Like, so that won't probably not exist.
That'll put her Second and Charles too. So
Second and Charles still has books, so they're fine. Like,
that's true. Yeah. Is that your only like bookstore down there, or do you have a Barnes and Noble? Or
no, we had a Books a Million. We had a Books a Million for a while, and then Second Charles came, and like as soon as I found out that that's the same company, I'm like, oh, that Books a Million's gone. And then like 3 months later, it was gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll help them a lot. They actually have pretty good prices on books at that store. I've gone through and bought a few in the past, but so yeah.
Well, I hit a pretty good lick at a flea market.
Yeah, let's see it.
So last Sunday, like I just went out like aimlessly because I hadn't bought a movie in a while, and like I just kind of like in the wild, and like I wanted to find something cool, so I went everywhere pretty much, and just I was not getting anything. So the last place I went was flea market, and I'm on my way out. Like I've done like the circle, and I see tucked away in a corner like just a box of Blu-rays, and this is what I got. So most of them were marked $3, which is a great deal. One of them I've already sold on eBay, but I'll tell you about it. Knock Knock, which is a great movie. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have actually.
I really dug that for $3. I was going to grab it. Spaceballs, the Your Helmet is So Big edition for $3.
Oh, cool.
Ernest Goes to Camp and Camp Nowhere 2-pack. I got it for Camp Nowhere. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Strangers Pray at Night. All $3. I got a 4K in here. Independence Day Resurgence. Some horror with The Leprechaun Returns. So I finally get to check that out. The one I sold that was also $3 was Near Dark, which has been long out of print.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I already had a copy of it. So
that's a great movie. If anybody's watching and hasn't seen that,
I love it. The Blu-ray cover is so bad. It looks like something. It looks like it's going to be Twilight.
Right.
Which
say that.
Yeah, don't go off that cover. It's got Bill Paxton in it. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, that's sold by like an hour after I got home. So paid for all this.
Nice.
And then they had two pretty rare finds, I'd say. One I know for sure is pretty rare. And I've never seen this movie, but I plan on watching it now. And that is Fright Night 2 on DVD. Now that one was a little more expensive. It was $10.
Right.
And I didn't realize this was Region B till I got home, but that's so weird to find at a flea market, like an imported Blu-ray. Like who's just selling that at a flea market? It's Reanimator from Second Sight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was $15. So, and this actually has a new 4K scan and everything on it. So, like this is probably the one to have, honestly. Yep. So, but yeah, that was I haven't hit a lick that good in a while.
No, those are some good finds. Even $10 for that Fright Night's a great price on that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I looked it up on eBay, man, and I mean it still fluctuates around like $40-$50. Like I remember when it was ridiculous, like over $100. But shittiest DVD I've ever bought though. It's full screen, like it looks like it looked like it was transferred off of like a home video or something. Like it was really bad. I popped it in for a minute. But.
Smile Time Weekly says, "Oh, cool."
Cheers.
How
do I? There we go.
It's a shame those movies like that are having such a hard time getting a Blu-ray that's a proper Blu-ray. There's a movie that I love. I think we may have talked about it before, but the Trick or Treat with Gene Simmons and Ozzy's got a little part as a pastor in it or something.
If you looked at the front of the video cover, though, you'd think they are all over that movie.
Oh yeah. Gene Simmons has a bigger part, but it's still not very big. But I love that movie though. I wish it would get a loaded, edition. But that's the issue with those. I think on that one for sure it's music rights, and then I'm not sure on the Friday night, but could be something crazy like the stupid Dawn of the Dead thing. But
yeah, it sucks, man. I just want this all to be like readily available for everybody. But it does make
Go
ahead.
Well, I was gonna say it's probably shocking to most people what we do have. There's a few out there that we don't have yet, but some of the stuff that we do have is pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
So,
there's a Troll 2 Blu-ray.
Yeah. that was needed though, honestly.
Yeah.
I watch that one every Halloween season too, just for.
I won't let you piss on hospitality.
I have a little needlepoint thing over there that says you can't piss on hospitality. I got that for my birthday 1 year, so
that's pretty cool. I love when he gets like super over, like he way overreacts about that. Like he's like tightening his belt one notch. I'm like, dude, y'all are like, like this wasn't like all your food for the year. Like I'm sure y'all have food in the house. Like go pour like a bowl of cereal, or you have money. Like you're obviously somewhat affluent. Like this shouldn't be that big of I'm gonna have hunger pains tonight. We're not gonna eat. Like, come on, dude. Go to Burger King.
You know what's funny is I live in this really tiny town, and it's got like a little main street. Looks like Millbog, my main street. Kind of funny, but
Nilbog.
It's Goblin spelled backwards.
Oh my god!
Oh man!
I vividly remember seeing that movie when I was like 3, and I didn't.
I didn't see it till I was probably 30s. So
it was one of those deals. Like I saw it at my cousin's house, and I didn't realize like till I went back and watched it later in life. I'm like, oh shit! Like I watched this when I was like extremely young.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know if it was like a fever dream or something I just imagined for the longest time. Like
it's funny. I went to New Orleans, I think it was 2017, and I was going to be driving back home, and I was going to come up through Alabama. Well, the dad in that is a dentist in Alabama, and I just for the hell of it, I shot him an email. I was like, I might be coming through your town, or are you going to be around? I'd like to just get a picture or something, because what the hell else is he doing?
Yeah,
and unfortunately, he sent me a message right back like an hour later. Said, "Oh, unfortunately, I'm shooting in Texas, or I'd be all about it." So I was like, "Well,
was he shooting in Texas though?"
He did some movie. It actually did come out. He played like a sheriff or something. But
he was great in that documentary.
Yeah,
like I loved his attitude about it. Like he was really excited about it, and I'm really happy for him because he just seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah,
the lady that played the mom though.
She is.
There's something. I don't want to make fun of mental health, okay? But there's something diagnosable going on with that woman.
For sure.
Yeah.
I love the dude that played like the main guy in the town, like the storekeeper or whatever. And all those stuffed animals. These are my people.
Oh yeah. It was just like they got the biggest collection of just fucking weirdos that they could and made that movie. And I can't remember what the dude who directed it, what his name is.
Neither.
Whatever. But like he gets like how pissed he would get when people were like they ironically liked the movie. Like he was all down. It's, oh, I knew it would be a great film. I don't know why he's Russian. I can't do Italian, but and then like he finds out it's ironic. No, it's a good film. It's a good film. No, it's really not, dude. Just embrace it. Like people know you.
Yeah, they love the movie because of how cheesy it is. So who gives a damn?
Let it go. He also did the what is that movie? It's another Italian movie. It released in Italy as Texas Chainsaw 3. I'm sure you know what it is. Like it's like a dude in a goofy costume, but he can like punch through people's chests and stuff. Oh yeah, if I remember the name of it, you got to watch it.
Anybody has it on the tip of their tongue in the chat, throw it out there. But yeah, I no, I love the guy that plays the dad. He's great. He embraces the fact that it's goofy and has fun with it. So
I love how he's just like trying to explain to random people in his town. He's like, I was in a movie about 20 years ago. Yeah, they're making a movie about the movie. Yeah.
and the kid in the movie directed that documentary. So
I actually got another movie with him in it. I just bought it from CK last night. I've never seen it. Yeah, it's Mikey.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was in that.
I think it's him at least. Looked like him. That's why I bought it. So I hope that's him.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not seen Mikey, so
I haven't either. But I got it for a really cheap price. I think he got it as a screener and he just auctioned it off last night. So
the hell, I wish some people would send me some screeners here. I'd save a
right. He was. I asked him about that last night. I was like, "All right, man, what's the deal on the screeners? Like, do you get to keep them? Like, do they like? What happens if you don't review them? Like, I want to know because someday in the future, I would like this to at least get big enough where I can at least get free stuff.
Right.
And like, even when they weren't doing anything, he'd still get shit.
Yeah.
Like when like the 5 years that they didn't do anything, they'd still just send him. He said he got Blue Underground shit up till like last year, and he never once reviewed it.
Hell, I'll review it.
Yeah, I'd say though, back at like the height there, the shit they were getting, like I don't know how you could review all of it.
Oh no. No, and I'm sure shit's a good word for a lot of the stuff they got.
Oh yeah, for like every like one good release you'd probably get 10 or 20.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only so much time you got. You gotta probably pick and choose, but I'd review anything that looked promising for sure. Watch a trailer or something, see how it looks. But have you watched anything good lately?
I mean, I rewatched Tales from the Dark Side this week, and I watched that was another movie I bought this week. I bought Tales from the Dark Side, but I also bought the Night of the Living Dead 1990 remake on Blu-ray.
Okay.
I watched it today. I like that movie. Like
I do too. It's a good one.
It's solid.
Speaking of Tom Savini, I watched a I guess you'd say a horror classic the other night for the first time ever. I had never seen Maniac, the original Maniac.
Oh, you hadn't?
No. I'd seen the Elijah Wood one, but not the original. And it was a good time. It was a good movie.
Super awesome effects movie.
Yeah.
That head with the shotgun. That's awesome.
Yep. So I watched it on the with the Joe Bob wraparound on Shudder, and he had Tom Savini on there too. So
it's always better to watch stuff with Joe Bob.
Yeah, I was kind of in the mood to watch one like a Joe Bob thing, and put that one on because I hadn't seen it. I kind of wanted to watch it and got through it and enjoyed it pretty well. I do like that remake too. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, if you're gonna do a remake, that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood's a much different take on that character too.
Yeah, and it's shot way different. I mean, it's pretty much all first person. So
yeah, he kind of looks like a creepy serial killer anyway. Like ever since he did Sin City, Like that just kind of fits him.
Yeah, he did a good job, and I'd like to do more stuff like that. I think he's got the chops to do some horror.
He did another one like Come to Daddy or something recently that just
Yeah,
came
I
out.
haven't seen that. I heard people liked it pretty well though. So, yeah, I've been putting together my stuff to watch for this season, and I'm gonna start next week through September. I'm gonna try to watch 3 movies a week. So, I got like 3 newer movies set up to watch next week. I'm gonna finally get to The Lodge, The Hunt, and The Relic, since everyone's been talking about that one. Those are 3 I haven't seen yet. So,
I have a suspicion I won't like The Relic, so I'm kind of avoiding it.
yeah, I've heard so much talk about it. I need to watch it, so I'm gonna check it out anyway, and we'll see.
Slow burners, man, they just don't do it for me. But nothing wrong with them, just not my cup of tea.
No, I think that movie's getting a Scream Factory IFC Blu-ray, and is it November?
I saw that, yeah.
So the cover looks awesome on it. But yeah, so a lot of positive opinion about it out there. So I don't know.
I got this today too. I'll show this off. Hang on. I'm not like a big mask guy or anything, but I've always wanted one of these. So, I mean, a Trick or Treat Studios Boogeyman. It's part 1. It's actually pretty nice. Hair's pretty nice on it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I know some people get like crazy on these and they'll spend like $200-$300 on them, but I think this one will do just fine.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I don't see anything wrong with it. I've seen like way worse.
Yeah,
for sure.
Stay right there. You go back in the hole.
So I did want to mention, going to be doing an interview tomorrow. For our episode next week, and the person we're interviewing actually has a Trick or Treat Studios mask made of their character from the movie Volumes of Blood. So we're going to have Kevin Roach on next week's episode. So that'll be awesome. I'm going to talk to him about some of the film stuff he's done, some of the theater stuff he's done. And he's actually he's like an artistic director of a theater in Evansville. And going to talk to him about how, theaters like stage theaters are going to approach coming back after COVID. And I think that'll be kind of interesting. We hear a lot about movie theaters, but, how are, stage productions going to, work around that? And it'll be an interesting conversation, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Dude, Trick or Treat Studios make some weird ass masks.
Yeah.
They make an Apollo Creed mask.
Yeah, shoot. I was trying to pull a picture up here. There's Kevin as Freddy. If anyone hasn't checked out the Confession of Freddy Krueger, I'd suggest you go to YouTube and check that out.
It is great, man.
Yeah, he did a great job with that. So we'll definitely be talking about that as well. And yeah, should be a good show. I'm excited. He lives across the alley from my mom. So
oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So I told the kids, I'm like, Freddie lives across the alley from Grandma. So
yeah, exactly. Oh man.
So yeah. And then tomorrow night, of course, our live stream with our special guest. Excited for that, as we said. And I don't know. You have any topics you want to talk about for that we want to say for that as well? Some stuff we might want to preview here.
Not off the top of my head, no. Figured, after we get over the main discussion there, we just kind of BS.
Yeah, sounds good. I know we may maybe we'll talk about some Halloween season suggestions movie wise that we'd like to watch during the season and get his take on that too. And so we're coming up on it. The stream is called Edge of Autumn, and we're right on the edge for sure. So
we should play Edge of 17 at the beginning.
I was on the edge of 17 like almost 30 years ago.
That was only 14 years ago, so a whole middle schooler ago.
I wish it was 14 years for me. Shit.
It's still too far.
Not as far as I'm going.
Sometimes I'll lay in bed and think about that. Like I'm just like, I am so fucking old.
You know what I do? It doesn't really work with like the recent passing we were just talking about, but like when like someone's like 72 and they pass away, I'll always do that math in my head, like
how much longer before this is like normal. Yeah.
So I'm like what, 17. Actually, I'll be 44 this year, so 16 years from 60.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, I know. But I'm thinking like there's like I kind of judge like time periods, how fast time's gone by, when movies were out. It does not feel like The Dark Knight was out 12 years ago.
No, it does not.
I'm like, how? I still remember just going to the theater. It feels like 5 years ago at the most.
Yeah, I remember getting turned away because it was already sold out. You had to hang around for the next showing. Oh, man.
It's just crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it when I do that, too. I'll start doing math on, like, how long something's been. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah. It's, and like, since, I think we talked about 9/11 last stream. Just the time since that passed has flown.
Oh, yeah.
And
for sure. You remember when you were a kid and like Christmas took like what felt like 5 years to get here, and now it's like, oh damn, it's almost Christmas time. Like we just did that.
Well, my birthday is December 6th. It used to feel like a pretty long period between my birthday and Christmas. Of course, I wasn't buying shit for people then either. So
yeah, that's true.
Like I got one paycheck till Christmas, and that's the way I do math now.
Yeah, it's like how many Fridays are in December this year?
How many checks am I gonna have before?
Yeah, how broke am I gonna be by the time we roll around to it?
Because I just spent a shit ton on Black Friday. So,
dude, this year there ain't gonna be nothing to buy on Black Friday. We talked about that last time, but
yeah, that sucks. I'm happy that they're like closing some of those stores on Thanksgiving night, but I kind of like to go like the Friday after the mad rush and just look around at stuff and buy cheap stuff.
It's awesome, man. Like just walking around looking like, especially like Walmart where it just looks like a bomb went off.
Yeah.
And like
I know the argument, oh, you can get all that stuff online. Well, I like going to the store and finding stuff. That's why I still do it.
Yeah, it's way more fun to like go out, find something, like have it in your hand and come back home with it.
Yeah.
It's a way different experience.
I showed that hammer collection I got at Dollar General last show we did. And it was just fun for me to hit up all those Dollar Generals and try to find that thing.
The pride of finally coming across something like that when you're looking for it. Oh yeah, I love that. I've been hitting up all my Dollar Generals, man. Nothing.
I think I just got lucky, honestly. Like I know from now on though I'm gonna go to that same store every time I see something on Blu-ray.com because I feel like that's a I guess no one goes there to buy movies. I don't know. So
I found a hack to find out how recently they've been restocked or if they've been restocked.
oh really?
Because this one by my house, they always noted like they kind of know me because I'm in there all the time, like just buying regular stuff, because I don't want to hit Walmart. If I need milk or something, I'll just go over there. And I'll always go to the movies, spin little turnstiles, look through stuff, see if anything's new.
Yeah.
And one of them showed me like behind the big rack, like they all have that one big rack that's
Mhm.
Sony takes care of. It's all Sony movies.
Right.
There's a sign-in sheet that the people that restock those, because Dollar General doesn't do anything with those. That
Okay.
there's an outside company that comes in and restocks them and rotates stock, and there's a sign-in sheet that they have to sign when they come in. So you can find that behind that big rack.
Nice. I'll have to check that from now on. There's a little tip for y'all.
So before you go digging, you just be like, "Nah, ain't nobody been here since last month." So
Cool. Have to remember that then. I've been doing the little hunt around the Dollar Trees too, but nothing I really saw that I wanted. Um,
do you ever wonder, like, besides us, who's buying that shit?
I think probably people that have like flea market
I think so
booths.
too. Like
You can buy
eBay.
some of that stuff in flea market booths.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Occasionally, I'll catch it early and have a good selection to choose from. But honestly, the pictures I saw this sale, there wasn't much I wanted anyway. You showed that scary stories, and I would have kind of liked to found a copy of that, but I didn't see it.
That was a
So
good documentary, by the way. I watched it the day after we last spoke. It was pretty good.
maybe it'll show up again with the next one or something. But
I didn't know there was actually a run. Like, of course, I did. You read Scary Stories, or were you too
yeah,
old?
I think I was too old because I've seen a lot of people talk about that, and um, I think I was just too old for it.
Yeah, because like, yeah, I mean, you would have been in your teens by the time that, like, you know what I mean. This
Yeah.
would have been interesting to you, but I mean, that was like the books when I was a kid, dude. I mean, everybody, like you'd go into the library to try to get them, and there was a waiting list. Like
Wow.
you'd have to put your name down. Like you might be 2-3 kids back, trying to get a copy of those. And
Right.
everybody talking about, oh, they're so scary, and like you'd hear like rumors about what's in them, and like they were pretty rough for a children's book. Like the very first page, like when you open the first book, is a decapitated head on a clothesline. So I mean, they are pretty rough, but I
Right.
mean, it wasn't like too much for adolescents though. It was just like one step above Goosebumps.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. Have you seen that movie?
Scary Stories, yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay.
They did a really good job. Like the biggest thing for that series of books is the artwork for me. And like they were so faithful to the artwork and how they redid the monsters and everything in that movie.
Yeah.
Like the story to kind of get them, it would have been a better anthology movie. Like just give me, like you don't have to explain why any of this is happening to me. Like just give me this story, this story, this story, this story. I would have preferred that, and I think it would have done better.
Yeah. I watched I think with my kids I watched the first Goosebumps movie and I thought that one was okay too.
I liked both those Goosebumps movies.
I haven't seen the second one, but did see the first one. It was fun. Did you watch the what was it Eli Roth did the House with the Clock in its Walls or
Yeah, he did, but I haven't seen it.
that's not bad either. It's kind of along those same lines.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
it's a fun movie, you know. So
Man, Goosebumps is one of those things that's like very near and dear to me. I had at one time when I was a kid, my mom, like when you were a kid, did they send out those book flyers like from
yeah,
Scholastic?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like one of the months that we got those, like the entire Goosebumps collection was in there. and it was just like in this big box. It was just every Goosebumps book up to that point, I guess. And like, I made a deal with my mom that she would buy them for me, but I had to read all of them. So
Oh,
we did that. And I read all of them, and I loved them. Like
I
they're
think
so good.
Goosebumps was little after my time
Oh
too.
yeah, like if you were too old for Scary Story. I'm just saying, like Goosebumps was so good when I was a kid, man.
Speaking of those flyers, I think I was in a pretty early grade, but we did those, and I wanted this Clifford the Big Red Dog. They had like the plush of it,
Yeah,
and so like book orders came one day, and here comes this big ass red dog. I've got to walk through the school.
man. I wonder if they still give those to kids, man.
I don't know. Something else I mentioned to Piz when we had him on was we used to have this. I think it was like once a year, maybe twice. They would have a book fair too, and like
Oh yeah.
all those cabinets that were full of books. And there was a book that I bought it twice, and it was called Movies Greatest Monsters, and it was mainly like about the Universal monsters, but it had a little write up about each one and pictures, and that was kind of my introduction to those movies back in the day. So
That's pretty
uh,
cool.
I want to. I see that book occasionally on Amazon, like used, but it's usually pretty pricey. I'm still wanting to grab a copy of that at some point and just to
Oh,
have
for
it, but
sure,
but
dude. Those book fairs were a big deal.
yeah. Oh, I love those things just to
You
see
know,
what they had. And
I don't want to sound like the old guy, but man, that did so much for kids to get kids reading. Like
yeah.
back in the day, like I read a lot when I was a young kid.
Well, they used to have that thing. I don't know if they do now, but they used to have the thing where like you'd read, you get a voucher for a pizza at Pizza Hut, like the little
Well,
person pizza.
that was AR. It was accelerated reading. I was about to hit on that. So like, yeah, you were required to do this, like
Right.
to get through your grade. Like you had to read a book, you had to take these tests, you had to get so many points. Each book's worth so many points. Longer the
Right.
book, more points, right? But what always pissed me off was I was always struggling. Like even though I read a lot, I was always struggling to get all my AR points because they would never put anything like that I wanted to read on the AR list. They would put like Little Women. I don't want to read Little Women. I want to read Goosebumps. Like
Yeah.
I'm reading, like I'm learning things, like and I'm enjoying myself. Who cares what the subject matter is? Just keep the kids reading.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird time now because I mean, of course, I guess you probably had a little in school, but shit, I went all through school, like grade school, high school, college, even with no internet. So
Yeah,
we didn't have internet. So yeah, horror fanatic 81, the Book It Club.
look at
Yes,
club. Yeah, and there was. Hey man, your mom could take you to Pizza Hut and get you a personal pan pizza. But if you got to use that little voucher, it tasted just a little bit better.
oh yeah, free is always better. Something else I used to do too was like I'd get pumped up to go to the video store because if you got any A you got on your report card, you get a free rental
Yes,
today. So um, I was excited for that. So
man, they don't do shit for kids anymore. Like,
and I don't know, my kids were homeschooled, so yeah, I don't know what they do. So
well, you could have started a freaking bucket club, Corey.
hey, they got enough fucking pizza. I'm a fat ass, I'm gonna buy pizza more than I eat
There was
too.
pizza already.
Yeah,
No need. There was no need to introduce more.
if we got pizza. I don't give a shit if you do read.
Yeah. Did you read? All right, screw it. You want a slice or what, man? This is dinner. I'm not cooking, so you decide.
So yeah, no, I don't know what they do now. I know they do. They're shit. Yeah, that's better. Um, I'm sure they do stuff. I just don't know what. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah,
Those were fun days.
they were, man. That was a nice trip down memory lane.
I remember in grade school, my grade school had no air conditioning, so like if it was going to be a really hot day, they said you can bring a cup to put on your desk and have water in it.
I went to Catholic school, so we had no money.
Yeah,
Like the school itself had no money, right? Like,
right.
but yeah, like half of our school didn't have air conditioning.
Shit's different now, man, because like my school, we had no air conditioning in grade school, yet now the high school has a artificial turf football field. And I'm like,
Right?
what was
Right.
the money back then?
Sorry, if your 10-year-old just passes out from heat exhaustion, there's nothing we can do about it. But these boys up here at the high school got to have a state of the art facility.
I'm pretty sure now they had a thing where like one of the schools, the air conditioning went out and they just sent them home for a week. I'm like, what? We had to go to school in that shit.
Yeah, like, that was just every day.
There were wasps flying in the windows and around the classroom back when I was in school. So
Recess. I don't even know if recess is still a thing.
oh, for grade school, I think it is. Yeah. But,
I was really mad, like when I transitioned into middle school, and I was like, "Wait, you mean we don't get like?
I know.
We don't just get like an hour in the middle of the day just to go do something? Like,
you can go sit out on the concrete curb after lunch. Well, that's fun.
Yeah. They didn't even trust us to do that, man. So.
I was always jealous of the schools. Like there's a couple schools in the towns around me that had like open campus for lunch. I was like, shit, I wish I had that shit.
Right, that would have been awesome. I used to just make my own open campus.
Did you just
leave? Yeah, you just leave and come back. They come back with like a Coke from somewhere. Where'd you get that? You know what? I brought this in with me this morning.
It was in my locker.
Yeah,
next to the
yeah, exactly. Leave for a smoke break.
That reminds me of something too that was like would never happen now. My uncle, he's like a I don't know if he still is, but he was like the president of this military club, and he collects all kind of military items and things like that for historic reasons. And he used to be my show and tell. He'd bring in a bunch of weapons and stuff from different war areas for grade school, and we're all like putting on gas masks and shit. I'm like, there's no way he's going to bring in like World War II era guns and stuff into a classroom anymore. So
yeah. This kid's is a K98 Mauser. It's what the Crouch used to carry before you.
I should hold this locker back here.
Oh man,
bringing like he brought in like guns with bayonets attached to them.
No, you couldn't do that today, man.
A whole different world back then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I was in speaking of school and all that, I was in school when Columbine happened.
Oh yeah.
And just were you still in school at that? No, you weren't.
College. I was in college when it happened.
Yeah, man, that was a game changer.
Oh, I'm sure.
I actually watched a documentary on Columbine earlier on YouTube, and that's what I was thinking about earlier this afternoon. I was like, that was like I remember that like vividly. My mom was so scared. I remember she was terrified of Marilyn Manson. Still is to this day. Like bugs her that I started listening to him when I got to high school. Like,
yeah. Well, what? It's crazy to me is like, obviously Columbine was a horrible thing, but like, it's so regular now that if COVID did one thing, it slowed down school shootings because no one was in school.
Yeah,
but
it is, like I think in that documentary, I didn't realize there had been 10 in history before Columbine. Like hell, I think there's 10 a year now.
Oh, at least feels like.
Yeah, I mean that was just the fear that spread throughout the nation after that. Like people were scared of trench coats for a long time. Like they tried to blame it on just about everything except what it was. They tried to blame it on music. They tried to blame it on movies. They tried to blame it on fashion. They
always try to do that. I mean, with every every crisis that happens, they blame it on. Like in the '80s, there was such a outcry over like rock music and crap like that. It's just insane.
They just want something like to pin some. The truth is, man, like that was just terrible. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, that's all it is. Marilyn Manson has a great line in Bowling for Columbine, where I think Michael Moore asked him, what would you have said to Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold if they would have contacted you? He said, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just listened. It's
right.
like, damn, like Marilyn Manson out there giving parenting advice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the biggest problem. Uh, all of it, all the shootings boil down to like some kind of mental issue that needs to be addressed.
And
So
like at that point in your life, like you're so vulnerable.
yeah,
And like kids really are the worst.
yeah,
The worst, man. I hated it. Like my younger brother's like 10 years younger than me. And like I felt so bad for him when he was in high school because like kids are ruthless, man. You really can't see that till you get older.
yeah. It's funny. It's funny we brought that up. I've been watching a little bit of wrestling lately and trying to get back into it again with the whole. Now they got a little more lively arena. It's a little easier to watch. And I watched this. It's kind of a documentary on the last WrestleMania with where there was no audience, and they were talking to Braun Strowman, and he was talking about, you know, growing up as a kid, he was bullied so much, he just walked into this gym and was kind of in tears talking about this. That he walked in and this guy kind of took him under his wing to help him get bigger, and so he wouldn't be picked on anymore because he was a fat kid basically, and he turned into like a strongman champion. But
How would you like to be the guy that picked on Braun Strowman at the
yeah,
reunion?
let's see him do it again.
Yeah. Oh, hey, sorry. Hey, man. I was just kidding.
But yeah, I mean, some of the most unlikely people you would think of have dealt with bullying in the past. So, um,
What do you
speaking of
think?
that, I
Go
don't
ahead.
know if you saw this. It's kind of an interesting turn of events that Roman Reigns came back and turned heel. He's with Paul Heyman now, and
I was going to ask you about old horse teeth.
yeah, kind of interesting. I'm glad they changed him up some. They should have done that a long time ago, but
Dude, putting him with Heyman, best
yeah.
thing they could have done. Now they need to keep him away from that mic. Just Brock 2.0, and you got nothing but money there.
I tell you what, I'd love to see. I'd love to see him with Heyman, and then if Brock comes back, Brock be the baby face against him. So
That's
just
money.
flip the script. Yep.
I've always said, man, there's nothing wrong with Reigns. He's just booked terribly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's good in the ring. I mean, even on the mic, he's not terrible. But I kind of like the do the thing like you were saying. Just let Heyman speak for him and give him that whole Brock treatment. So
And you'll have success. Oh,
this whole COVID thing has probably helped him a little bit. Just get away from for a while and change himself up. And when he comes back, he's kind of fresh again. It's kind of like when he came back from the leukemia. The crowd was a lot more receptive to him. So
oh, damn, my leg. Ow. I got short legs, man.
too many live streams lately. You're
Ow.
gonna have.
I should have spent the extra money on a good chair. Oh,
I was gonna ask, is that a not a good version of the chair that everyone loves, or what's the deal?
no, this is the Amazon Chinese special of that chair. I actually got two for the price of one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they sent me one, and like, it's actually the one I'm sitting in, and like under one of the covers, like it was all scratched up, like you can't even see it. And I sent them an email back, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And they're like, "I will send you another one." Do you want this one back? Nah.
That's good.
So I have a brand new, but it's just the worst. It is not ergonomic at all.
I actually bought a new projector screen online, and it's on its way. But I got one to put out in the back that's actually got a stand that it attaches to, so I could kind of move it in different places back there. So I was gonna like build one. I saw this design online. It was kind of like, bury posts in the ground and kind of build it in that structure, but I was like, that's a lot of work. So
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. It may strike you like when it's not so hot outside too to do it. Like,
yeah, I've got this plan. I'm gonna bury a couple posts, and I'm gonna like down the way from the back of my house, and I'm gonna get like a shade sail to like attach to the house and stretch it out to those posts, and then run some lights under it just to kind of cover the area we're gonna sit in. But I don't know. I got some ideas. The other thing I'm going to do though with that new screen is I think I'm going to put it out front, like the front of the house on Halloween night for if we do have people coming around for Halloween, I'll have some going.
Yeah, just have Halloween going, man.
Yeah.
What are some movies that make you just feel like Halloween? Like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what I feel when I watch certain movies, but I feel like I'm 10 years old and it's 1999. Like,
Yeah. I think you mentioned Trick or Treat recently. We were talking. Um, a movie I actually just ordered this too. It's on the way because I didn't have it yet. Was Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
oh,
That's it feels like Halloween to me, and one I'm gonna kind of watch Halloween night. I think. I'm trying to think what else. Obviously, the Halloween movies. I watch Halloween 3 on Halloween every year. Yeah, just because the whole. I mean, it's the ultimate Halloween movie. So,
dude had those had all three of those masks there today when I was at that shop.
oh, did he? I need to get those.
They
I'd
are
like
pretty sweet, man.
do want to get those at some point, but I wanted the NECA figures of those, but I kind of waited too long. They're pretty pricey now, but
I need more space. Like, there's so much stuff I want to get. Like those figures would be cool, but I guess I can start hanging them.
I need to rework my space a little bit. I'm trying to think about doing that, but
I want more shelves.
yeah, you got a few.
Yeah, it's. I really need to clear out these one. Like this one for movies, but
Yeah,
it looks good in the background. Like, what do you like? This is you know.
did have you ever do you ever go through and purge your collection at all? I don't know if I've talked about that with you or not.
I'm really bad about that. I do it every once in a while. I did it back in January, but I don't know, man. I have such an attack. I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, me too. I got crap everywhere.
I keep the boxes for everything too, out of like some weird compulsion. So that's an issue. I need like there's so many things that I have on DVD over here that I have on Blu-ray. It's like there's no reason to keep them.
Yeah, that's one thing I do is if I upgrade it, that's DVD's gone pretty quickly after.
And what I try to do is like I'll try to like somebody will come over and be like, oh, I want to watch some horror movies and stuff. Be like, hey, you know what? Actually, like I have a bunch of these DVDs. Like, here, watch these. Like this, you can keep them. Like I like doing stuff like that because when you take them in to trade them in, you're gonna get like a quarter for them.
I had a bunch of DVDs that I was clearing out, and they were like common titles. I knew I wasn't going to get much for them because I upgraded the Blu-rays to them for like $2 or $3. So I just gave them to a friend of mine and said, "You can have them, or you can." I know he had a brother whose house burned down like a few years ago and lost all his stuff. I'm like, if you want to give some of these to your brother, even that's fine. But
I just want to see somebody use them,
yeah,
especially for like
so
horror stuff. Like like one of my favorite questions is from people is like, "Hey, what's a good horror movie to watch?" Like, well, have a seat.
yeah, and you tell them a Serbian film.
We talked about that on Lauren's channel the other night. Evidently, Lauren doesn't have a problem with a Serbian film.
I saw that. I'm like, I didn't say it wasn't well made, but it's shit.
It's shit. Like, God, I couldn't imagine anybody being like, "Man, I really like that movie. That's good. I feel good about that. Like, I feel good after I watched that. I'm glad I saw it. Like, never heard that."
Yeah, if they really like that movie, they may be signing up for a school shooting. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, if you, it seems like one of those movies. If you buy it, like somebody should come see it. Like somebody should probably drop by to talk to you for a minute. Like,
You
hey
should
man,
be on a watchdog list.
can we talk to you for a minute? Like, you bought this.
You bought this and checked out Mein Kampf same day.
Yeah. We're gonna need to speak. No, it's unrelated. I have no ill will towards the Serbians. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was a movie about Serbians, and I like Hitler's mustache. So I don't know. We got
yo, what's up, man?
What's up, guys?
how's it going?
Good. How are y'all?
Good.
We're hanging
man.
out there.
We're just chilling, man.
What's been going on? What you been up to?
Not a whole lot. Working and watching movies.
Did you paint? I don't remember that color from your videos. Or
Oh no, this is a different room. This is the only room right now in the house I can get away from the children.
I hear that, man. I'm hiding right now.
Yeah.
I got to get a lock on this door.
You don't have to hide from your kids when like one of them's 20. So
Yeah, they're
they hide from you. So they don't live with me. So no. Anyway.
So what's up, man? What you been up to?
Yeah, what have you been watching?
Oh well, I had to watch Alien and Aliens to get ready for that stream y'all had Monday with Lauren.
Yeah,
and then it was really good too, by the way.
Yeah, he got me. I mean, dude, he's like a dictionary. I couldn't articulate correctly. He throws some word out, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but there was cool effects. Like,
I mean, I think I like Aliens more than Alien.
Most people do.
I mean, they are two different movies, but for me, Aliens is much more rewatchable and fun to watch, and it's got a great cast too. Yeah. I mean, Michael Biehn, Bill Paxton.
And I bet that's the movie you think of when somebody says Alien or Xenomorph or something.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and that's like how I was trying to get across is like, this is the Aliens franchise to people. So
yeah.
I'm assuming Aliens was probably a much wider release back in the day, probably. Just based off the popularity of the original, it probably got a wider release than the original did and was more available. So
yeah, it's just so wild it just almost didn't happen, like at all. Yeah. They didn't make any money on Alien because it went so far over budget. So the fact that it happened at all. They found you?
Oh yeah. Give me a second.
Good man. Oh, he's got a pretty white chair.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I watched that, and I watched your I watched the stream you did the other night where you guys were talking Serbian film and everything else, and so yeah, that's the one with our special guest was on. I almost said his name.
Flip. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Satan was on there for a little bit.
Satan was on there, and Al was legit scared of that Satan voice. You could tell.
He may have been. I don't know. He was.
This guy is good.
Yeah, he's good. All right, can we get rid of him now? Al,
I'm trying to get up on the live stream. So.
I got nothing but love for Al. He subscribed to me after that. Yeah, we were just talking. Oh, he's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter got mad at me earlier. She was in here, and I'm like, could you just not, like whatever you're doing? Yep. I got the same reaction.
Yeah.
So, anything else besides Alien and Aliens?
Oh yeah, I watched Halloween Resurrection today for some reason.
How about say, Willie? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. It's been a while, so I said, "Oh, go back and watch it."
Hey man, I don't know if you heard us talking earlier. You're pretty close. You need to come up here next weekend and meet CJ Graham. He's going to be in Owensboro.
Really, I didn't see that.
Yeah, man. We talked about it at the top of the show, but there's a new place in Owensboro called Ghostly Productions, kind of like a Halloween shop, sold masks. And stuff. Yeah, he's going to be at their grand opening on next Saturday. So be signing.
Check that out. Is where's the new Halloween store at?
In Owensboro on 4th Street. So like downtown Owensboro. Yeah, like two streets over from the river.
Okay.
That's how you measure things in a small town. It's like large body of water, go 4 streets over. Like
yeah.
Same here.
We're gonna be there. So
yeah, I'll check that out for sure. Is there a time like it starts or how long he's gonna be there or anything?
Hang on, let me see.
3 to 7, I think I read.
Is that what it was? I think I shared it, so I better check. There's me. Yep. 3 to 7. Then there's gonna be painting. You can do paintings after that.
Yeah, I'll probably skip that part, but
yeah, my wife's like, no, can we stay for that? That sounds like fun. It's one of those like, I don't know if you've ever been drugged to one of these things, but like, you get like there's a picture that you all have to paint. You all get your canvas, and it's like already sketched out, and then like somebody comes around and helps you like color it in. It's like paint by numbers for adults, and they give you alcohol. I don't know if this guy gives you alcohol because I don't know what the legality of that is, but usually it's alcohol and like a bunch of women sitting around playing paint by numbers.
Nice. It's like the equivalent of those places where you do your own clay fired ashtray or whatever the hell you've seen those places.
Try to pretend like you're Patrick Swayze and Ghost.
Yeah.
Do some pottery. So did you pick up anything cool this week? Or recently?
I think the only thing that I bought this week was Tales from the Hood.
I just bought that too.
I seen was it when was y'all on last weekend? He said it was like 1999, so I went ahead and picked it up.
That's a deal on that, man. It just doesn't fall in price for whatever reason.
Yeah, Amazon's weird too. Like with stuff like that, they just fluctuate.
Oh yeah.
Like I bought Reanimator and People Under the Stairs. I got them for like $14.99, and the next day they're back up to $21, $24.
I almost bought that Reanimator for $15. I'm glad I didn't. I don't know if you were watching earlier, but I picked this up at the flea market in Owensboro.
What?
Yeah.
Which one? Because I was there. I went not too long ago, and I didn't find that much.
It was the one on 60 behind Dairy Queen.
Oh, the old Consumers Mall.
Yep. They also had this. They had Fright Night 2.
See, I don't see. I guess I just don't find all the good stuff when I go.
Same booth.
Like they had there was a booth when I went. They had a copy of Zombie 2 special edition, but they wanted like $20 for it.
Yeah, they had House by the Cemetery there too. But it was DVD, and I don't dig on DVD unless they make me.
Yeah, that's just got a 4K anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, got the DVD for Fright Night just because that's the only option.
Yeah, that's a hard one to find too.
Yeah, they had there was a couple of out of print titles.
Did y'all buy anything from the Severance sale by chance?
No, but we made fun of that shit.
I did, unfortunately. And it took so long. It took them like 2 months to ship it.
I'm surprised they were orders. I can't imagine they got it right.
Yeah.
Did you just have a list of what you wanted or something?
No, I didn't do that. See, when all that stuff happened, I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything, and then they extended the sale to like past July 4th.
Yeah.
So I think it was the last day it was going on. I said, well, I'll go ahead and pick some stuff up.
Dad, he has your AirPods.
So
That's a shame because I would have probably bought a couple of movies, but it was such a shit show that I just said, nah, forget it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was a little worried because it was like going on 2 months and I didn't get a shipment notification. And luckily they finally sent one. But they did, I will say, they upgraded a couple of my Blu-rays for me and they sent it like next day. So
that's
I really can't complain about that.
We both stayed up late when that sale went live. And it was just a big. I mean, we joked about it for like 2 days after that, just how terrible it was.
I can't imagine they had more demand than Vinegar Syndrome when they did theirs, and just get on whatever system they're using. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Vinegar Syndrome may not ship stuff out really quick, but that site never went down.
No,
like they lost. I bet Severin lost a ton of money that week.
Yeah, they lost some for me because, like I said, there were probably a couple of their older things I would have bought, but I just forget it.
Yeah, I'm not emailing a
No,
list of what I want from your site to you. This isn't 1995.
no.
Do you remember sending away for stuff like through the mail?
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Like how wild that was. Like you just mailed a check.
Remember the old like commercials that would have like an address at the end of the commercial, and you like send your money order, and
that's what I'm saying. Like you just send a check and like a letter stating what you wanted, and then like in a couple months you might get something back. Yeah. There's a lot of trust rolling out there.
There was. Yeah, we're old with it. I'm older than you, but we're talking about some old crap with the book vouchers for school. And
no, I got one for you. Just hit me. Columbia House. Oh my God. Did you ever do Columbia House?
I did Columbia House, but you know what would happen? I was like, I was young and didn't have a job, so I got like the 12 for a penny, and then like that was it.
Yeah,
didn't buy it.
Columbia House is still around. I
saw that actually recently.
They don't do Blu-rays anymore. They only do DVDs. Because I did that.
Now I'm buying shit like regular. I kind of wish they did have them.
Well, Disney does it. They do like something like Columbia House. And I did that, and that was perfect.
Yeah.
Did somebody else pop in?
Got someone here. Let's pop them in.
Hey, it's our buddy.
Yeah. What's going on?
What are we talking about tonight?
We're literally just BS tonight.
we're not doing movies or
Well, we always kind of do movies, but like right now we were just talking about like we've been talking about like the Scholastic Book Fair from back in like when you were in school and stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah, I honestly like how long do you think books have before they're extinct?
Like physical, I think there's always going to be something like books. Like
I don't.
I think you're always going to have like written word like novelizations and stuff. There probably just won't be like a physical book you go pick up. Like those Kindles are like ridiculously popular. Those e-readers.
But exactly, e-readers.
That's what I'm saying. Like not an actual physical book, but like
Right.
a book.
No, but that's exactly what
I
I'm
think they'll be
asking
gone
you.
when the last generation that enjoys books.
I think books probably have like 20 more years, 25 tops before like everything is digital.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
I mean, most schools even now their curriculum is going, mainly
Right.
they'll a MacBook or a Chromebook or something and go off of that. So, yeah.
Are you guys watching the NBA at all?
I was actually when we started, I was watching Lakers and Trailblazers, and it looks a little better now. So when I first checked in, the Trailblazers were winning. So
yeah, they're. I don't think they're gonna get out of this game, to be honest. But it'll be interesting to see if Lakers come out of the West for sure.
that's what we talked about it a little bit when we first got on. Like I'm just ready to see them shut down the Trailblazers and get through the Jazz. I guess I think that's who they'll end up with, and get to that Clippers Lakers series.
Yeah, that I don't think that's over yet, is it?
No, Jazz and Nuggets play again tomorrow.
Right.
But I think the Jazz is up 3-2. Yeah, so they can put it away tomorrow.
Well, we'll see. It doesn't matter because the only team that's gonna beat the Lakers is the Clippers.
What?
If the Mavs been giving them a handful though, so we'll see.
I know, and I never expected that. Like Luka Doncic he's fun to watch and shit, but I never thought he had enough around him to give the Clippers a run.
Yeah, without Kristaps.
Exactly. And Luka said, "Fuck you, I'm still gonna do it." So I don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
It's a brave new world.
The Clippers blew them out in that last game, so maybe they're taking it more seriously now.
Well, yeah.
The Clippers.
I'll be honest. Like, if there's one player that, if I'm like a premier all-star NBA athlete, there's one guy I don't want to play against. It's Kawhi Leonard. And he does shit so silently. He was the MVP when the Spurs won it and became a homemade name when Duncan was still playing with them. You know what I mean? Like, come on, give this dude some credit. And he made without Kawhi, Toronto doesn't have a fucking chance. But what's his name? Siakam?
So Serge Ibaka or Pascal Siakam?
Yeah, the second guy. Like he's not even thought of if it wasn't for Kawhi coming to Toronto.
Yeah, no, that was the best move they ever made, was getting him for a year.
Right.
Yeah.
It was worth the trade, turns out.
Yeah.
It sucks he didn't stay. I would have loved for him to stay.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have too. They'd have been a shoe in for they'd have at least made it to the East.
Feels like the perfect town for his personality too. He's a quiet guy, and it's kind of LA doesn't seem like the type of town for him. But
Yeah, but like he grew up down there, so he just wanted to go home. I think.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. I guess.
He was gone no matter what.
He didn't want to play with LeBron at all, even when they asked him to play with the Lakers.
Right.
So, let me ask this. I was trying to think about this, but it'd be him or LeBron. If either one of them won, would they be the first guy to win a championship with 3 teams?
Not championship. I mean, there's been other guys that have done it, like not like star players, but it's safe to say if either one of them won, they'd be the Finals MVP, and that would be the first time with 3 teams.
Okay.
Okay, so we're thinking of players with championships on 3 teams.
Mhm.
All right. Jesus, that's hard.
You have a guy like a Robert Ory probably did that.
Yeah, that was the first dude that come to mind.
But he wasn't like the star of the team. But
Well, of course,
going
but
with
I mean,
star.
we're just thinking about champions on 3 different teams. So
Right.
I think Robert Horry might be the only person actually. I'm looking at a list. He actually is.
Is he?
No.
Yeah. He has like a ton. He has 7 championships, 2 with the Rockets, 3 with the Lakers, and 2 with the Spurs.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Horry won 2 championships.
Horry, not Horry.
Shut up.
You said Horry. It's Ori.
Robert Horry.
It's Robert Ori.
It's Horry. Big Shot Bob. How about that?
There you go.
All right. He won 2 championships with the Rockets.
94, 95. Keem Olajuwon, Kenny the Jet Smith.
One that has the most rings.
He's got
Just like-
7.
He's the most underrated championship winner out of many.
He's the luckiest motherfucker to ride everyone's coattails.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
He had a big
He's
guy.
like how many championships does Steve Kerr have? Probably 4, 5.
He has 5 because he went to San Antonio right after he left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, are we hailing Steve Kerr as an all-time great?
He is the all-time. He is the all-time like best 3-point shooter.
No,
Like-
he's not. No, he's not.
He still has the highest percentage. Yeah, he holds the record for the highest percentage of career 3 points made. I mean, Curry's going to pass him for sure. Like a couple people are, but as of right now, he has the highest percentage.
Okay, where is, if we're talking about percentage, how far behind him is Curry?
Let me see here. I actually read this not too long ago. Let me see. Has the highest career field goal percentage, 45.4. So Steph Curry, career. Let's see here. 40.2.
So right behind.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kerr's at 45.4. The man's back.
They had to lay the kids down.
I gotta get out of here.
See, man.
talking to you.
Take it easy. Thanks for coming back on.
Take it easy.
Ooh. Okay. All right, so we were on flea market stuff, right?
I thought I was down here till 2 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I hit up the flea markets there in Owensboro quite a bit. Used to for VHS stuff, but it's just so dry anymore.
It is, man. I got super lucky with that one. I even tried to haggle with the guy. He wouldn't do it. Like, come on,
Really?
you don't know what this shit is. Like, don't try to tell me like you knew what that was. You know what I mean?
Well, we did
Are
have
y'all
a price tire, so
Did y'all see the Blue Underground family video sale?
I looked at it. Yeah, I looked at it because I was like, oh, I'll finally pick up like Maniac on 4K or something, and that's not even it's not an option. I was like, well, shit.
I picked up a few stuff, but
How's the prices on that?
it's pretty good. I mean, actually, I think newer stuff's still like that special edition of Zombie, the 2-disc one. It's like $26, but you can't find it under 35 anywhere else.
I think you know this guy.
Yo, what up?
What's going on?
Not much. What's up?
I saw where you were streaming earlier, man. How'd that go?
It went pretty good. Better than I thought. People showed up.
Yeah, that's half the battle, right?
Yeah. No one's half the battle.
Yeah. So you guys have met, right? Like,
Yeah, I've changed
I think
his
so.
I've changed his diapers before, so
recently, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh man.
yeah, we just been kicking around, not just kind of BS, and we had a really long basketball discussion a minute ago.
How'd that go?
It was interesting.
It went.
Did politics get involved?
No,
Oh,
Okay, good.
no, I try to avoid politics on air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, he's still drinking from the other night.
I know. How long did y'all stay on after I dipped out the other night?
Oh man. It's like 11.
Oh, damn.
And I usually go to bed at 8.
I saw Al taking shots in his car.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, I'll show up and stream from the most random fucking place.
Yeah.
Didn't he fall asleep on the stream one time with Piz out or something?
Piz, yeah. I was on stream with Piz. It was like it was late, man. It was like after midnight. Look down, Al, asleep. Everybody got real quiet. We didn't want to mess it up. Like, if it would have worked out, like Piz said, and we could have all went off together and just left the stream up with Al asleep, that would have been the best thing that's ever happened on the internet.
Oh man. I love Al. He showed up on my stream and
I was saying earlier. Go ahead, sorry.
I was like, Al, you drinking? And he's like, no, I got work today, man. And then he left.
Now, Al's a trooper, man. He subscribed to me after the other night. I appreciate that, Al.
Yeah.
Welcome here anytime, but we got to give you a hard time, man. We give everybody a hard time.
Yeah.
Oh. So you been watching anything cool lately? Anybody?
That's a question for Jake.
Yes, this guy, if he's watched anything lately, I almost guarantee you the answer is going to be no.
Yes. What? Hey, I got a 5-year-old, so
Shit, I got a 3-year-old. I just plop her down beside me, and I'm like,
well,
just yell if anything's like, if anything's.
the only problem is like my 5-year-old is like aware now. So
Yeah, that was a joke. I don't actually do that to my child. I don't want people to think that I actively try to traumatize her.
hey, we did that to Jake, and look how he turned out.
No, I mean it happened to me, but it turned into this bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I don't get it. You know, maybe I should just let my 5-year-old sit down and watch horror movies like I did.
she watched The Fly. My daughter watched The Fly with me, like right after I bought this box
Oh,
weeks ago, and she was digging it, man. And then it got to the ending scene where Brunt, like, he's just like popping out, you know, like his head pops up. She's going, ah! And I paused it. I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, why'd you stop the movie? And I'm like, you were yelling. I was watching that. I'm like, all right, well, we have a different, like, you're gonna have to communicate with me. All right, like, that was a fun scream. That's fine, but
yeah. The dad in you came out.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's wrong?
I let my daughter watch Child's Play last night. So
Ooh, how old's your daughter?
she'll be 6 in a few weeks. So
Ooh,
I mean,
I bet that was effective.
I don't know. She fell asleep, but
Did anybody
she
have
loves.
a My Buddy doll growing up? I don't know how old everybody is.
I had a cousin that had one, I think.
That was the cruelest shit ever that they dressed that damn Chucky doll up like that. Because I did have a My Buddy. Not after I saw that movie, I didn't.
Yeah. Jake had not a My Buddy, but what version was it?
It was the Bride of Chucky. This one, remember Spencer's Gifts would
Yeah.
had a bunch. It was one of the Bride of Chucky dolls from Spencer Gifts.
I hated those damn things. They wigged me out.
Yeah. He would hide it in the closet. I open the closet and then there'd be a little Bride of Chucky doll sitting in the corner.
At least you didn't say you had the kid sister doll.
Yeah.
You missed it earlier, man. We were talking about books. More specifically, the Scholastic Book Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
The last time I did meaningful reading.
That
I
reminds
think you need
me.
to change that.
I was playing Trivial Pursuit or something with some moron kids one time. Obviously, it was a bunch of questions they didn't know. They were idiot kids, but one of the questions was about some publishing company, like a major publishing company. And the answer they came with was the Troll Book Club. You remember the Troll Book Club? That was one of those people that sold books at the schools too.
I do not remember that.
Was that recently?
Oh God, no, that was like when I was in school. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Scholastics. I got a License to Drive novelization from Scholastics.
Do they still do that? You guys have kids a little bit older than mine, I think. They still send home like the flyers. We were talking about those too, like reading books monthly.
Mm.
That was the shit, man. Like the next month when all those books came in, it was like the best day at school, man.
Yeah, I like begged my mom for money, and she'd like scrounge out some money. Here's $20 here. Not really 20, but probably like 5.
Yeah. I said I got all the Goosebumps books through that, but like the deal was like if my mom bought them for me, I had to read them. Like I had to read all of them. Like she's like, I'll buy them, but you're gonna read every one of them, and you're gonna have to prove it to me.
Yeah, you have to write a book report.
It was worth it. Like, it was worth it.
I think the Goosebumps is responsible, much like Stephen King of the '90s era, where they ushered in a lot of the, if you listen to a lot of, Jake's age, they're a little bit too before my or pre my time for me, but I still.
Me and Jake are probably about the same age.
Same age, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 30, so
I'm 29. So
yeah, so we're pretty much the same age.
Here's a Troll Book Club flyer they sent to schools. Looks similar to.
Yeah, but it looks just like Scholastic.
See, we didn't have that. So
This was 98, so
That'd have been right there for me, but no, we never got that one. I wonder if they had better shit.
I don't know.
must have been an Indiana thing.
Maybe.
Wasn't down here in Kentucky.
Nah.
You guys remember the bookmobiles?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thought about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Man, this has been nostalgia like all night. Just me and Corey got on a long diatribe about how old we are.
You know what my nostalgia always goes to is like the 90s and like when I would go to the gas station and get a Crystal Pepsi and a bag of Dorito 3Ds.
Oh, Dorito 3Ds.
Oh man.
Jalapeno Dorito 3Ds were the best snacks made ever. God, man, they just hit different.
I remember getting change just for gas money. You can take a handful of change and get gas money back then.
Yeah.
Can't do that no more.
When I started driving, I think gas was like $4 a gallon.
Yeah, it's about 90 cents for me. So
Hell, I think when all this like COVID stuff started, like that was the cheapest I'd ever seen gas.
Yeah, that was like the only good part about it.
Yeah, like there for a while you could fill up for like $20.
yeah, but you had nowhere to go.
Yeah, that was a problem, man. That gas, man, you didn't have to fill up for a minute. Like by the time I filled up again, I'm like, what do you mean $2.95? Like, what the hell is this?
It's a lively bunch.
Yeah, man. Shit, we you know what it's back to that. If you're old enough to talk about the Scholastic Book Fair, 11:30 or 10:30 gonna creep up on you. You know what I'm saying?
It's an hour and a half past your bedtime.
Dude, no joke. I usually like through the week I lay down at like 8:00.
Yeah, I could work at like 6 in the morning. I just cannot lay down that early.
Nah.
I mean, I lay down in bed like because that's when I put my daughter to bed, and like she doesn't, sleep in her own bed. So
Yeah.
I just lay there and watch TV until I fall asleep. YouTube, but
Did anybody jump on the new Bill and Ted movie?
Not yet.
I haven't yet, man. I just picked up that 2-pack from Walmart not too long ago and watched those for the first time. I'm just not like crazy excited about it. Maybe it's because I didn't see it at the time or something, but
I think it's like the Dumb and Dumber. It's like so much time has passed in between that you're just looking at these guys like, they're old.
They're old, like the shtick's over.
Yeah. The shticks is over, yeah.
I never thought Keanu looked that old until I saw him pictured for this movie, and I was like, shit, he looks old.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he does
facial hair.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't age. Oh, yeah, he does age. Whoops.
Yeah.
Dude, give me a proper Speed sequel. That's what I want.
Yeah.
What would be the vehicle?
That's a good question.
An Uber car or something?
I mean, they still have buses. Just do the same thing. Like, I'll just watch the same movie. Like, don't fuck it up too bad. Bring the bus driver from the original back. Like, same guy.
They could do Speed on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they kind of did that. Turbulence.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
Oh, you know what?
They could do SpaceX.
There you go.
I'm sure Elon Musk would pay for that.
Yeah.
Dude, he's putting computer chips in pig brains now, man. He's on a different level.
Before you know it, he'd be putting in our brains, man.
What do y'all think about that? I know this is like way off topic. What do you think about that? Because I was watching that and I'm like, all right, so if you could just like think of something, like you wouldn't have to Google it, it just kind of like download into your brain.
I think I would do it.
Oh, I would too, man.
Yeah.
Have
a call. Just nobody else can hear it. It just comes straight to you. You could think your questions.
But everything would be behind a paywall. Like you'd be like, all right, man, how do you make tiramisu? And it'd be like for $4.99, you can subscribe to this service. They would just be talking in your head.
It's kind of like, have y'all ever watch Black Mirror on Netflix?
I love Black Mirror, man.
You know the episode where like they got that thing where it records all their stuff from their eyes and they can go back and watch it?
Yep.
Like something like that.
That's where we're heading, man.
Yeah.
That TV show is so hit and miss. Like some of it is just amazing, and then other ones are just so fucking boring. You just want to pluck your own eyeballs out.
Well, that first episode like really sets the tone.
Which one was the first one?
With the president.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
pig fucking.
Yeah.
The British Prime Minister. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was messed up because that could actually happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. The one that got the most was the one with the kid, and the whole time you think like they just got a video of him like spanking or something, and he's got to do it, and the guy leads him around like he has to rob the bank and everything. Like the reveal at the end of that one, like shocked me.
Yeah, it's a very depressing series.
It
You
is.
watch like too much.
It's bleak.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about microchips and pig brains. That's a slippery slope to talking about Jesse Ventura again.
Oh, we just talked about Jesse Ventura in my stream. So
I was a
conspiracy theory.
Navy SEAL
Not really.
and governor of Minnesota. I love that guy. We
Yeah.
talked about him last week. I never did go back through and watch that. Do y'all remember watching that TV show he had, Conspiracy Theory?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I read his book. Yeah.
Damn, you must like reading a lot then, because if you just like.
It was a good book. I mean, I don't know. I think he's got a stick right now.
Like where he's like
Well,
the conspiracy guy.
Yeah. He's like
He's
the
like-
Joe Rogan of politicians.
So he's like Alex Jones light.
Yeah.
Like diet Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Is that dude still around?
See, after that show, I haven't heard anything about him.
He was
YouTube canceled him.
he was entertaining.
Yeah, he was. I gave him that.
I remember he had a thing at one point, like this was like mid 2000s, where it was like the stickers on the inside of your mailbox, which is for your paper route. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
the paper, like there's a different color sticker for what day they get it. Like that was how the government was picking people for concentration camps. Like that's what, if you looked in there and you had a yellow sticker,
The FEMA camps.
yep, you're going to be sent to a FEMA camp.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's why I canceled my news subscription.
Yeah, man, I don't get the paper.
Corey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
That's not going to help.
That's what did it. Alex Jones single-handedly took
Yeah.
out the entire newspaper industry.
I'm just hanging on as long as I can.
Is like the online newspaper presence is that any better, or did it?
Well, here's the problem with like newspaper business is that all your money's made from advertising. It's not subscriptions. That just
Right.
pays basically print the paper. The money's made with ads, and when you can advertise shit on like Facebook for free, why would you pay to advertise it in a paper that not everybody gets? So, so it's what people don't understand though is, especially I work at a small town paper. You're not going to get all that news on Facebook. You get your national news anywhere online. Yeah. But
Yeah.
your kids and what they're doing in school is not going to be, all that's not going to be on Facebook, nor if it is, it's not going to be as in depth as we write it. So, I think it's a thing where like, you won't know what you had until it's gone type of thing,
It's more honest, less political, more in your own community. That's why I like it. I mean, I still read it, so
I tell you what I need to do. I'm cool with papers or whatever. But if these motherfuckers don't quit leaving that paper at the end of my driveway, like on the first Wednesday of every month, I'm gonna lose my mind. I run over that damn paper and it's all soggy and mushy, and I don't want the damn thing. Like y'all just take it.
They don't pay the people that write it very well. They're not going to pay the people that throw it up out, get it all. So
No, like
We got it.
do they do that? You got like they're obligated. I think like so many people. It has to reach so many people or something. It's the only thing I can figure. So like once a month, and it's like on a Wednesday, they just throw a paper in your yard. Like I don't subscribe to the paper. Yeah, so once a month, it's like into my driveway. There's a random paper.
yeah, there's probably some
Yeah.
kind of weird like loophole ways to like boost your circulation to
Yeah, like it reaches X amount of people. So
What are we smoking tonight, Jonathan?
it's all legal, unfortunately. Frutia smooth banana ice. Very tasty. What you got?
I got Old Barstown.
Nice. I can't do whiskey.
Well, I got
You're
you all
not a true Kentuckian.
Dr. Thunder diet.
Oh, I was all over Dr. Thunder, Mountain Lightning.
Dude, my dad lives on Mountain Lightning. I think he's mainlining at this point. Diet Mountain Lightning. You go into his house and behind his like couch, I swear there's 15, 16 cases of Diet Mountain Lightning. It's the most Kentucky thing I've ever seen in my life.
You know, it's funny, like Mountain Dew, anything like that, I pretty much do not touch anymore because I had a case of it one time and I was drinking it, and I don't know that it was related, but I got this pain and had to go to the hospital for a kidney stone. And was like, no more Mountain Dew.
Ask that guy about kidney stones.
No,
They suck.
yeah, they do.
I've never had one, and
Yeah, I've never had one either.
they don't sound
You
like
don't
fun.
want one.
No.
Did you? I had to have surgery to get mine taken care of.
I was able to pass it, but it wasn't fun while it was there.
Either way, it's a bad option.
Yeah.
See, I'd be worried about it getting stuck halfway out, and then you just have that issue.
And you gotta pull it out.
Yes. All right, guys, let's think up something here. Can I drink like some lube or something, and maybe I'll piss that out, and like that'll work it loose? Let's figure out an option without knives.
What they do is to get really in depth here with my health issues, but they gave me a prescription for Flomax. This is what like old men take that can't pee.
Yeah.
It kind of opens everything up and it makes it easier to get rid of it. So
Okay, so they've thought about this. That's good.
Yeah, that's what they gave me at first. And this is the first time I had a doctor tell me to drink beer, that it would
I've heard that
would help.
Really?
Yep.
I figured it'd be something whack like cranberry juice or something.
She's like, drink beer. It'll help.
I went to the emergency though, and I was like doubled over, miserable. And they gave me some morphine, and like after like 5 minutes, I was like, I don't think I'm ready to go home.
Whew, thank
great.
y'all. Appreciate y'all taking care of that for me.
See, I went to the emergency room when I first had mine, and I live in a small town, and he knows our little hospital. They're pretty much like, yep, you got kidney stones. You need to see a doctor about that. Just go home, take some Tylenol. You'll be all right.
Yeah, Tylenol wouldn't do anything for what I had. So.
No.
Now, y'all want a good emergency room story? I better not. We're on air. We'll wait until we get that sponsorship, Corey.
Yeah. Well, I think I just secured one with Flomax tonight.
I had to go to the I'll leave it at this. I had to go to the emergency room for a shaving related incident, and it was not my face.
Oh.
Yeah, it sucked.
You get the beans above the Franks.
Buddy. I about opened up the bean package. You know what I'm talking about? I unsealed the bag. It was always use new razors. That is the moral of this story.
Now you're on your way to Harry's or a Manscaped sponsorship.
That's what we said. We sent Corey sent an email. So when that comes out,
So
yeah, I'll include. Oh, hey Rippy, you want to say hi?
Hey Ripley.
They say hi. You gonna wave at them?
Hi.
You just gonna be that way? Okay.
we get that sponsorship I'm gonna let you do the live read every week. So.
Yeah. Hey, don't end up like me. Like, do you know how embarrassing it is? Like I know there was not that many people that were supposed to have come in and seen me. It was like a parade of nurses and doctors, and they're all, well, we have to, like, no, you don't. Like, that first guy that was in here, that guy had to see it. Everybody else knows what's going on. Like,
We're like, hey, everybody, come see this.
yeah. We're just doing medical rounds with some residents. We're just going to videotape this for training.
We've got a student that's writing an article for a medical journal. They want to come in and talk to you. For a
Seriously? Can I get a towel? Like,
you don't have a disease named after you, do you?
No.
The bacteria.
Yeah, they oh goodness.
This is the Jonathan syndrome.
Yeah. It's when you don't properly flatten.
Yeah, the nickname for it is Scroats syndrome. So.
Oh goodness, that should be like an instructional video before you get out of high school for some sort of health class. Like, how to not do that.
That's what the internet is for.
Yeah, right. It happened. I was like 19. It was fun. I told everybody because it was hilarious. So.
Wow.
Speaking of, did y'all catch Depit's stream they had tonight?
Did they stream?
This was last night.
Was
They
it
had
last
their
night?
auction.
I think I was the only person who bought something.
What'd you buy?
I bought a copy of Mikey on Blu-ray from Wes.
Vestron?
MVD. I think.
MVD.
MV, yeah, okay.
Yeah, $15, man. I couldn't pass it up.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very lively, and they have some. I know they got some cool stuff. So
Yeah.
y'all ever do those? I don't know if y'all do follow Michael Felcher or anything. He does auctions, and people pay way too much for the stuff, but he does auctions.
I've met him, but I don't do his auctions.
Yeah.
I'll watch them, but like, there's always a couple guys in there that buy everything, and it's outrageous.
Way overpaid. I've bought one thing. I bought the Friday the 13th box set before the other one was announced. I got that for a good deal. But like last time he did one, man, he had like a couple Critters box sets, and I was like, well, I'll buy it. Like, I'll even go up to like whatever the MSRP is for because it's brand new, and I'm buying it from Felcher. So, but it went for like $10 more than what you get it for on Amazon. Like, why?
Felcher does the Vestron stuff now, right?
He still does Scream Factory stuff too.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, he just freelances. Yeah, he just did that Tales from the Dark Side release that just came out. He did an awesome job on that, man.
You got that, didn't you?
Yeah, me and Corey both did.
Have y'all watched the full-length documentary he did yet?
I did. That was actually the first thing I did. I popped it in and went through that.
Is it pretty good?
It is, man. Like, it's way more than that film should have. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Just Desserts, his Creepshow documentary that he did.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's as in depth as that. I mean, hour and a half. Like, it's never would have thought there'd have been that much to talk about with that movie. But
Is that on the Creepshow Scream Factory release?
It's standalone.
No.
It came out on an edition in the UK, and then it's a standalone in the United States.
Yeah, because I think Synapse put that out, right?
Yep, they
Just
did.
Desserts. Yeah.
Very well made.
So how's that work? Synapse puts out the documentary, but Scream Factory has the release?
Yeah, I mean that documentary was Felcher just owned all the rights to that. Didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah, he just independently owned that. Like I said, so
Shout probably didn't want to pay him for it.
no, he did a bunch of work on that. Damn it! I'm gonna fucking die. He did a bunch of work on that Creepshow release. Fuck.
I still gotta get that. I missed out. I should have bought it when it was on Amazon. Now it's like on back order.
Man, I kept watching it. I put it on my wish list. Watch. It finally hit like $29 on Amazon. And I pulled the trigger. Like that's as low as I think it's gonna get.
Because I have the Creepshow 2 that Arrow put out with the box and the booklet and everything.
See, I got that. I got that. I don't have 2, but I got the first one. You can get it at actually my Barnes and Noble.
Probably need to get that because that one's kind of hard to come by now with the actual booklet and in the box.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I really want to get Creepshow 2. I like that movie quite a bit, actually.
It's one I like it a lot, but it's one I remember more as a kid.
Yeah.
The first one.
The Raft is the shit.
Yeah.
The Raft reminds me of a place we had to go swimming called Fishing Game.
Yep.
And it's like the same thing.
Big old garbage bag floating around on the lake.
Yeah. Basswood.
Oh man, Basswood. I haven't been there since.
I mean, the Raft is pretty much Basswood.
Yeah.
Rick Wakeman did the score for Creepshow 2.
I don't know. Do you have that vinyl, Corey?
No, I don't.
Corey, are you a vinyl head?
I buy some, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of it's so damn expensive though that I just can't.
Yeah, I back in the day I used to buy all kinds of it. Now it's so expensive, or the new releases now are so expensive that I pretty much stopped.
I got the main ones I wanted. There may be a couple more I'd like to have, but I bought mainly the stuff I wanted, and then I'll try to find cheap stuff here and there if I can.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys on the first Creep Show though. What's your favorite segment on that?
I don't.
Jordy Verrill.
Yeah. Jordy. Yeah. That's the one I always go to when you say Creep Show. That's the one I think about.
Meteor shit.
Meteor shit. Yeah.
Wonder how much I get for it up to college. He's so hammy in that movie.
Oh, there's a lot of good ones in it though.
I think I like the I'm not sure what the proper name for it is. The crate one.
The crate, yeah.
The crate's good.
Muffin.
I like the jump scare that wasn't supposed to happen. The kind of mop handle that falls and comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to happen. And those are things that you don't get now in horror movies. So plus it's Stephen King. Stephen King when he's coked out. That's the best Stephen King.
Peak Stephen King.
Yeah.
The only one I don't care for is that last one with all the roaches.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. I love that one.
Yeah, see, I always get to that point in the movie and I'm like, I'm kind of done.
If you think about it now, though, it's kind of resonates to what we're dealing with now. Kind of stuck inside and you don't want to go out. And then all of a sudden, what you don't want comes inside.
Yeah.
And it's, I would say it's more political than anything.
I'm just so
done
at that point from that movie.
Yeah.
By the time I get there.
I can see that, but I think it's a good one.
What's funny is you can kind of you can find parallels in a lot of movies with what we're going through now. Because I was I was on with Lauren a couple weeks ago and we were talking about Jaws, and I was like, the mayor wanted to open the beach too soon.
Yeah.
It's like the same shit we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
Good old Jaws.
Speaking of Jaws, Severin's releasing Crew Jaws, which is supposed to be like Jaws 5. It's Italian.
Really?
Yeah. They just announced that, I think, Thursday or Friday.
Jaws 3 and 4 weren't that great, so I couldn't imagine what.
I love them. I love them all, so I can.
I want to get that. I want to get that Blu-ray. It's got what 2, 3, and 4 all together.
You know what pisses me off about that? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get the Jaws sequels. So I kind of started buying them, and then they released that for like $10.
Yeah,
like,
$10 you get them all.
Like, are you serious? That 4K, I don't know if either of y'all have seen that, man. That thing is fantastic.
Christmas, I should get a 4K region-free player.
Nice. I just bought one of those this summer.
I did too. You got to watch which one you get.
Really?
Yeah, they're not all region free.
What do I need to get?
So like all 4Ks are region free, like all 4K discs are, but like as far as like a Blu-ray and DVD player that's region free, not all of them are. And let me look at the one. Me and Corey got the same one. Do you remember the number on that, Corey? Yeah, here it is. It's the LG UBK80.
Let me write that down.
I'm afraid if I buy a region free player, I'm just going to buy even more stuff I don't need.
Yeah, but it's cheaper, right?
Yeah, like that Reanimator I was showing you.
Yeah,
that's a region B.
Is it?
Yeah,
I know. Arrow's got a copy of Network that I want, so I think it's locked.
I'm gonna start.
They're having a sale right now.
I'm gonna start getting some of those 88 Films releases. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Hell, Corey just did a huge Arrow buy not too long ago.
Yeah, they did that.
They're having another sale in the UK.
I need to hold off for a while.
You've watched all those already, haven't you? Right? Like you ran through them, right?
No, I bought from that. They had that Camp Arrow sale. They had it. Who did it over here? Was it Grindhouse?
Grindhouse Video.
But they were still like $20 a title on that sale, and I bought them from UK, and with the shipping, I got them for about $10 shipped each title. So,
Burst City, King of New York.
Yeah, King of New York on 4K.
Oh man!
Now that one's a 4K title, so it's already unlocked. So
all right, so all 4K is unlocked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I know they just did. Shit. Yeah, go ahead. I gotta Crash. That is it.
Yep. Yeah, but the thing you run into is like all the special features for these 4K discs come on a Blu-ray, a standard Blu-ray. So that is going to be locked.
I think it's good to have one because a lot of especially 88 Films, they have a lot of stuff released that you can't, that are out of print here in the US.
Oh yeah,
you could get
pretty cheap too.
Yeah.
I think they just released Silent Running on. I don't know what it is, what format, but that's the one I wanted.
You know, I haven't done this in so long. What is it like? You put it in, you put the Blu-ray in, then you hit the number on the number pad that corresponds to the region.
Yeah.
Yep, and that it closes it and it'll play.
Yeah.
Samsung players can be hacked, but it ain't as easy as that LG.
Yeah.
So I gotta hack the LG?
No, it's
There's
really
just a button you have to, like, you put the disc in, you don't close it, and if you're playing like a region B, you hit the number 2 on the number pad, and it'll close it, and then it'll be ready to play a region B.
Yeah, but if you just put it in there and close it, go ahead. Sorry,
I think any region free or any region DVDs you put in will just play automatically. You don't have to push anything special for those. But yeah,
I have a Samsung one that I hacked because I got it really cheap, and like you just, of course, Samsung doesn't sell them anymore, so you got to find them used. But you have to find like a Samsung remote that has a number pad on it. There's a sequence you have to go through and like type in a certain number, and it'll actually just unlock to all region. So Or you can buy them pre-done, and they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
They're worth it though.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because a lot of the European films are way cheaper.
Yeah.
88 films. I mean,
Yeah.
Gotta get that
And
Return to Horror High Blu-ray.
there's them German media books are really cool too.
Oh, those things are nice.
Yeah.
I was watching YouTube and a guy had they did a release of the Nightmare on Elm Street kind of box set, and they're all media books that go together.
Oh, that's cool. I'd seen
It's
the
kinda weird.
Friday ones.
Friday. He said you got to buy you buy all the movies and then you got to buy the box they go in separate.
Oh, that's
It's kind of
bullshit.
weird. Yeah.
Did you guys pre-order that Friday set?
I did.
I just bought the Blu-ray that you can get at Walmart, so I
The
didn't do it.
Paramount one.
That gets
Yeah.
it done. I mean, you have the important movies.
I mean, I got what am I missing?
Jason X and Goes to Hell aren't available any other way.
Well, I got the DVD of those, so
Yeah, that's the only thing you can't get standalone right now. So
They did make didn't they have, or am I thinking, a 2-pack of Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell on Blu-ray?
they did. It's out of print.
That's what I thought. And this is the only way that the unrated Jason Goes to Hell is on Blu-ray, right?
Yep, in the new set.
Yeah.
There's a German release of it, but this is the only way in the United States.
I'm gonna sell my posters and make more than my money back. So
I got 2 of them.
are you going to get them? Is the question.
What's that?
Are you going to get them?
Oh yeah, I think they're making way more than what they said they were going to make of those. There's no way. There's no way they sold that many that quick, and they still have them available.
Yeah.
did you pre-order 2 from Scream Factory or one from Amazon, one for Scream?
I pre-ordered one from Scream Factory because that's the one that's getting sold. And then, I don't know, a month ago, I pre-ordered mine from Amazon because it was $132 or something like that.
I did the same. I'm gonna sell my lithographs at first, and I'm gonna hang on one till it goes up like that Halloween box set that I wish I would have bought that I didn't.
That damn premium to buy it with, which now they don't even have the lithographs, but you're going to pay $170 if you go to the Scream Factory site and pre-order now.
And it's probably going to take you longer to get it than if you just pre-order it off Amazon.
Now, if you pre-order it, you're going to get it first. That's the only advantage. You're going to get that thing about a week before it comes out.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
'Cause
Tales from the
I've
Dark.
heard of-
Tales from the Dark Side was showing up last week for people who ordered from Scream. So
Okay. I've
Yeah,
heard
good.
of some people.
I was gonna say they're good on their pre-orders. It's
Yeah.
just if you order catalog crap, you take forever.
Yeah, I had a buddy that ordered some stuff. I guess that last out of print sale that they had, and he just now got the stuff in.
you're doing better than me.
You still haven't got yours?
That is fine. We finally canceled the order.
Hmm.
And when I don't know if you guys remember, but when Scream Factory first came out, every Halloween season, they would have a sales, and they would be really good sales. Now, I mean, they're still like $20 a title when they have a sale.
Their sales are laughable. They did around Valentine's Day. They did a sale, and that was actually a really decent sale. And that was the last thing I've gotten from them that I actually received.
I had bought all the early releases when they had them sales, and all of them came with slipcovers and the poster still. So
Man, I got a random one. I got a Silver Bullet off Amazon, I don't know, not too long ago, and it came with a slipcover, and I was kind of flabbergasted.
Yeah, I heard about that. That some people were getting slipcovers when they shouldn't.
Yeah, Carrie, which is getting ready to go out of print, was really recent. It was weird.
What do y'all think about Silver Bullet
I love it.
film?
Pretty
I
good.
got an issue with for one the werewolf special effects isn't there.
The werebear?
Yeah. And two, I don't like werewolves using mallets or clubs for a weapon when they got fucking claws.
Yeah, but they also have thumbs. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
you throw a thumb on something, that's a game changer, dude. You know, I mean, that's what's
Posable. It's
yeah.
opposable, baby.
man, that sucker right there. Shoot, that's a whole new world. Now I like that movie, man. It's just quirky, and like Gary Busey's awesome in it, and
I love Gary Busey's character because he brings a whole different dynamic.
but no, that was always on USA. Like I feel like when
Yeah.
I was growing up, so I'm just really attached to it. I love that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I like the movie too. I just got an issue with the.
What's your favorite werewolf movie?
Howling? Howling.
Howling? Really?
Yeah.
Mm,
What about you?
Dog soldiers. Dog soldiers.
I like Dog Soldiers too. That changed the game for werewolves in the 2000s.
Ginger Snaps is my favorite. Like
I hate
I
that
like
movie,
that too.
dude. Oh my
No,
god.
I like that movie.
Go ahead.
I don't like it.
Oh, I fucking love that movie, dude. It is so good, man. I mean, there's a lot being said in that movie too.
Yeah.
I mean, just coming of age as a woman and everything else, man. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want to get too like philosophical with it, but the parallels there are awesome. And the sequels are dog shit, but that first movie is awesome.
The sequels are dog shit. Yeah, I agree. Snacks Back. Yeah.
Isn't one of them they go back in like time to like the
Yeah,
how does that make sense?
it does. Like they don't go back in time. It's just like two sisters, and like they're just played by the same.
But they're the
kids.
same, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. They are not good, but that first movie is great. Hey, when's the last time you watched it? Did you just watch it the one time?
No,
Yeah.
I just recently watched it, maybe in the last 6 months.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I was gonna say give it another shot, but fair enough.
Moon Phases was probably the last good. I think it's called Moon Phases.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The last phase. The last phase.
The blind guy.
Hang on, let me see if we're talking about the same thing. I'm gonna grab it.
It's
He's
the guy.
looking-
Oh man.
He's blind, right, Timmy?
Yeah, the guy from Snake Land. Same.
Yeah.
Same people. Yeah. That was the last probably
That's a
good
good one.
werewolf movie I seen.
Was it this one?
That is it. I think that's
Last-
it. Yep.
Last phases.
Yeah,
Werewolf,
yeah,
werewolf?
yeah.
Yeah, I picked
He's
that up.
blind.
Well, I haven't seen it yet. I got it at Dollar Tree.
Ah,
So
Oh yeah,
you got
dude,
that
yeah,
at Dollar Tree?
yeah.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet. No, I picked up it. I try to when I go to Dollar Tree and get stuff, if it's horror, I try to grab it.
See, like I don't even step into my Dollar Tree, so
I do for the movies because sometimes you get really lucky.
I've been to like every dollar store I can close to me to find that was it Universal or the Hammer Blu-ray Corey picked up? Yeah. No luck.
Yes, I went to a
oh
ton.
man.
That's what I was telling him. I've been hitting up everyone on my way home from work and nothing.
The last fake or whatever it's called.
Last phases.
Yeah. It's got the
Late
guy-
phases.
Late phases. It's got the guy from Last Starfighter, and it's got Ethan Emery. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the last one I've seen that was really good.
Oh, this is from Dark Sky Films.
Yep.
Wow.
It's
as
not as new.
Yeah, but as far as like a low budget,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Hell, that is a decent pickup. There's one Scream Factory title that has been running around at Dollar Trees and I can't ever find it.
What's that?
Backcountry, is that it, Corey?
Oh yeah,
The bear movie.
that's
Mhm.
really.
God, I gotta hit my Dollar Trees and my
Oh, dude, Dollar Tree can be a gold mine.
dollar store. What else is there?
Dollar General's really good, especially around Thanksgiving.
You guys have
We don't have. Yeah.
do you guys have family video around you?
Mm-mm.
Closest one's Owensboro for me.
Hey, don't be hitting on my honey hole.
Yeah. No.
See, I think by the time I make it to Owensboro, you've done hit everything anyway. So, like when them Scream Factory stuff first came out, I was in Owensboro because I'm in Owensboro like every Monday and Wednesday for school. And I hit up Owensboro and there's like no Scream Factory stuff.
That's because he's hit him up.
He's already got them.
It's me. Just Walmart on 54 is the only one I hit. So
I went to both of them. The one on Frederica, dude, God, it's bad.
it is, but that's where I had to go to get that fly box set.
See, now I'm finding my Walmart, like every time I go, I usually go, get groceries every Friday, and they got their Scream Factory stuff restocked.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's going to be a thing now.
Yeah.
So, but they're not coming back with slip covers.
No.
I don't need the slip covers. I mean, that's just me. But
I can't find a Starman with slip cover.
I got it on that first wave. Corey went and tore it up over in Evansville. So
That was the benefit of not having a job for a while. I could just go whenever.
I hope they rotate those out.
I was gonna say I need them to get a new cycle through of some new stuff. Now I've bought everything they had.
I remember Walmart having some Arrow stuff.
Really? I've never seen that.
They had they had a ninja movie that Revenge of Ninja, I believe it's what it's called. They had that at Walmart.
Walmart's about the last place to buy physical media, like around here.
The one in Louisville I go to, it has a DVD and Blu-ray section bigger than anything I've ever seen.
Damn.
That's the only one around here, though. So I gotta go to Louisville to get it.
My Best Buy just has a new release kiosk, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's really sad. Yeah, it's sad. Like they used to have a gigantic media section.
And I don't know, like if they still their Steelbook exclusives they do.
Mm-hmm.
Do they get them?
Yeah, they always get the new releases.
Because there's a Goonies one coming out that I want.
They'll get that.
I don't do Steelbooks. I hate Steelbooks.
You and Corey right there together, man.
I hate them.
I don't care for them, but this is.
I feel like it's a ploy.
Good
It's
release of the Goonies.
Yeah, like they'll do a bronze Steelbook, and then everybody's got to buy it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing. But like what I like about the Best Buy Steelbooks is if you wait, they will be cheaper than the actual release of that film when they're trying to get rid of them.
Yeah,
like they did a thing Disney Steelbooks, dude. Like back around last Christmas, they were buy one get one free, and they were marked down to like $7.99 and $9.99 a piece already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I tore that up, dude. All the Marvel movies, all the Toy Stories.
What pisses me off is like the only place to get movies now is my Barnes and Noble, and their fucking prices are way out of line.
Yes.
Like they had Candyman for $40. You can get it for $10 all day long on Amazon.
They're the only people that sell by MSRP.
Yeah.
Like FYE's that way. Like if you walk into it, which I think Evansville's closest one to me, but yeah, you walk in there and it's you'll see a Blu-ray for $40-$50, but if it's on sale, it'll be like $5.99.
Yeah.
Actually, we got a FYE here, and I haven't stepped into it in 2 years. So
love FYE.
Barnes and Noble's prices their stuff by watching Felsher's auction.
Yes. He got $65 out of this. We got ours for $60.
Yeah.
Pump that price up.
the good thing about Best Buy or Barnes and Noble is nobody buys there, so you can find some out of print stuff there. So I recommend hitting there.
I tell you
Especially
what,
when they have their
Barnes and Noble is good for me for vinyl. I actually found some stuff at decent prices there.
Yeah.
So
What's the deal with the Blockbuster hat? I figure you'd had a Hollywood video.
There's not a last Hollywood Video on Earth, but there is a last Blockbuster on Earth, and they were selling merch to try to keep afloat through COVID.
See, I remember the Hollywood Video over by Target.
Yeah, funny story about that one. I was working at Best Buy when that closed, and I would leave, like I would rent Blu-rays because I was broke, right? So I'd rent Blu-rays like almost every night after work, and I had rented 3 the night before they closed, and I went back to return them, and there was no Hollywood Video. Yeah, yeah, I still got them somewhere, but it was just like, oh, what do y'all want me to do with these? Like,
see, everybody talks about Blockbuster, and it's either Hollywood Video or Mom and Pops.
Yeah.
oh, dude, it was Well, I mean, my parents had a small video store, but other than that, like after that, it was Blockbuster for me, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm gonna come on tomorrow night wearing a movie gallery hat.
Oh, that's what we had.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we
that's
had. Yeah.
Over in Tell City,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's where everybody went. Movie gallery. We
They
had
used to
one.
have-
They opened a movie gallery in Owensboro in like 2007. Like that was the dumbest shit I'd ever seen. It was like, you're gonna open one now?
Death right there.
Yeah.
they used to have,
$7. $7. 7 nights.
7 movies.
7 movies. Man, we would go there like 2 days. Like we would watch all the 7 movies and go back in like a week. Every week. It was great.
The time before streaming. I remember when go ahead, Corey.
Oh, wasn't gonna say anything really.
I was saying, I remember like when I first heard about Netflix streaming and how like excited I was about that. And like when they started shipping out like the discs for PS3 to be able to do it, I stayed up for like 2 fucking days. Just going through and watching shit that I'd always wanted to watch that you couldn't find. And like Amazon didn't have Prime back then, so if you were like really dedicated to watching a movie, you'd pay a premium for it and then wait 2 weeks to get it.
That is how well, when Netflix rentals first started, discovered Cannibal Holocaust.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I didn't have the video vault or the, whatever it was, I wouldn't have discovered Wood Chipper Massacre or Microwave Massacre or any of those movies that I just pick up a movie and based it off the cover alone or the back of it. And that we can't do that now.
No,
Well,
it sucks.
I was gonna say that, and maybe it's my age, but I feel like I watched more back then, just because I would go to the store for the purpose to get something to watch and not just flip through the covers on whatever streaming and just say, forget it.
You were also a little more dedicated to it. Like if you brought it home and like you weren't feeling it, like you weren't just switching to the next thing. You're like, no, I got this thing. Like this is my entertainment for the night.
And
like,
you put down cash probably.
You committed to this movie.
I know you
gotta
pay
watch
cash. You pay for streaming services, but that may have been 2 weeks ago that you paid for it.
Yeah,
It's not like you just took cash to the store.
There's a lot of movies I just give up on like in the first 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm just not feeling it right now. And I go back to searching for an hour and just watch something I've seen 100 times.
Yeah. Man, but when we had those little mom and pops though, like me and Jake grew up in a small town across the street from a mom and pop. We knew who had that rental. So we can go to that person and say, after you watched it, can we watch it? I'll pay for the rental late fees or something. And like T2, when T2 came out, man, everybody was hitting that. But you can't do that now. So
or walking into a video store and they're like in the new release section, there'd be like 30 copies of one movie.
Yeah.
And behind the box there wouldn't be a tape. So you'd be like, shit.
Well, you're talking about the T2. That was probably in the era where they had one copy.
Well, yeah. I mean, they might. Yeah, my mom and pop ever had 4, but we knew everybody rented it because we would ask the person who rented it, and we would go to them, and that. But that was the convenience of living in a small town.
Yeah, that was back when tapes were like. I remember they'd have those little flyers like that they'd pass out. Like you could look at like what was coming out, and the MSRP for the tape would be on there, and it'd be like $300 or something.
If you left that video in your car and it fucking just disintegrated, you paid for $2,500.
Yeah, you have to give them your firstborn. I remember like Star Trek's, they had a copy of Blank Check, the Disney movie that somebody left in their car, and it was all like deformed and shit. And it was like, don't leave videos in your car, and like had like a price tag on it.
Those are the simpler times, right?
I think it was for me, like he said, we had a video store right across the street, and they didn't give a shit what I rented, and I was, 7, 8, renting like Friday 5 stuff I shouldn't have been seeing, and they didn't care to give it to me.
Yeah,
that's probably renting porn in the back for you. So
probably did they? I don't think they had any porn, did they?
Oh, you said ask for that stuff, man.
Yeah, you actually had to be 10 to rent that. So
yeah,
that makes sense. They always had like, was it pizza and tanning and
what was it with tanning with videos? Like, why did those two things go together?
Maybe a way to make more money. I don't know.
Actually, the guy who owned the rental store was a WCW champion.
I'm sorry, who was it?
Flamboyant Eric Emery.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wow.
It was not WCW. It was like WCCW.
Yeah.
It was like Dallas.
Okay, Dallas. Okay.
But he was on WCW.
Yeah. I mean, he wrestled like Lawler, Stone Cold before he was big. The Von Erichs.
He was actually there when Brewster or Brawler, what's his name?
Bruiser Brody.
Brewster Brody got killed. He was there.
Puerto Rico. Yep.
That's freaking wild, man.
What is that guy? That guy drove me to Louisville with him and his son every day. Like, me and Jake knew him pretty well.
He would always bring in his old wrestling belts.
Yeah, Double J Jeff Jarrett. We know him from him. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
JEFF. How did that go?
JARRETT.
Yeah, there it is.
Do you know of what is it? AWA maybe? Oh, it's like this wrestling promotion. Kind of sometimes come to Owensboro. And
I know what you're talking about.
I usually go when they have like they have like Jeff Jarrett, Tommy Dreamer, Raven, Hacksaw. Go and meet all them guys.
I've never been to like a local show. I need to.
Oh, you
need to. I mean, it's a good time.
They're fun, yeah.
Jake, what was that we watched last weekend?
Oh, CCW wrestling.
Yeah, it's recent and it's kind of like ECW.
CZW.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like hardcore, like blood and everything.
Yeah.
That's what I miss about WWE or whatever it's called now.
Yeah. Different time, man. The 90s were just fantastic. All around.
Yeah, it was like that Jerry Springer era, where
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Howard Stern I remember watching Howard Stern on TV when I wasn't supposed to, like real late at night.
Did anybody watch the Howard Stern movie? I didn't watch it. But...
Private Parts? Yeah,
yeah.
I watched it.
it's really good.
We had a big poster of it at our pizza restaurant when it first came out. I remember that.
See, you say your parents had a video store?
It was a pizza restaurant that had a video store in the front.
Did they get like
together.
What's that?
It
they
goes
get like
together.
the promo posters and stuff? Did you ever get to keep them, or did they get them?
Oh yeah, man. We never got like the real cool ones because it was just like a subsidiary of Star Trek's. So like we would always kind of get like the hand-me-downs of everything. Like we get like one copy of a new release, and then like we get flooded with a bunch of other ones or whatever. But like when like they hardly ever changed out posters. But like do you remember that movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis Rodman, like Double Take?
Oh yeah.
I had a poster. I had a poster of that in my room forever.
Defense gets the glory, but offense wins the game, or vice versa.
Yeah, like that was like they barely ever changed them out. And there was another one, Executive Decision, like that Kurt Russell movie.
Mm-hmm.
That poster was up in our like little like front area for like 6 years.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrestling, when are y'all doing that retro wrestling podcast? Are y'all still gonna do that?
I don't know.
Maybe. I'm trying to
Let's
get back
do it
in
now. Let's just do it now.
Yeah, we're on 2 hours 40 minutes in.
Yeah. That's usually what happens. Like around the time we were going to do that, like we would be doing like a live stream every week, and then like the show, and then like, and I talk to Corey all the time anyway. Like we would just run out of things to talk about. Like,
yeah. Me and Jake we're doing these streaming things, but off the cuff stuff. So we know how it is.
The streams are fun. Like you get more engagement and stuff, but the podcasts are tricky.
We got a big stream tomorrow night, and I'll record an interview for the next podcast tomorrow morning, and
we actually got a couple interviews coming up. So,
are you going to reveal the special guest?
We can reveal it to you after we end the broadcast. If you
okay.
He was in the chat with us the other night. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hey, you guys got anything else you want to bring up? We might just go ahead and kind of wrap
her up.
Yeah.
I just want to mention the Lorne and the bombastic aliens riff. I loved.
Thank you.
Man
has very large words he likes to throw around.
Yeah. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I think you held your own.
Appreciate that. Me and Lauren actually talked for like a couple hours after we got off stream too. It was really nice to actually get to talk with him, man. He's a really cool guy.
I think Lauren is a better representative of himself outside than he is, I guess, on the region free.
Yeah, he kind of gets pigeonholed into like that villain character.
Because when I first saw the Sausage Factory with Lauren, I hated it. I thought Lauren was garbage. I was like, I don't want to watch this. Then I read a couple of his books, and then I watched his channel, and then I was like, I think he's pigeonholed.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate him doing that. So,
yeah, we hopefully we'll have him on the podcast soon. I know Jonathan talked a little bit about that. So,
yeah, we're just gonna try to work something out schedule wise, but he'll be on. We're gonna try to do like pre-60s horror films, I think.
Yeah. So we'll have to do a little, I guess, announcing here next weekend when the next podcast drops. We'll be having an interview with Kevin Roach. Kevin played Freddy Krueger in Nathan Miller's Confession of Freddy Krueger short film, among other stuff he's done. We'll talk to him, and then I think we're going to have an interview probably coming up down the road with Scott Shermer, who was the director of Found, a movie that was pretty popular several years ago, and talk about some of the other stuff he's done. So, and then hopefully Lauren, and we'll have our live stream tomorrow night too. So make sure everyone checks that out. You guys want to talk about your channels and what you guys are up to?
Yeah, do some shameless plugs. It's always fun.
Let's talk about how fucking this guy right here is wearing my shirt.
Oh hell,
it's
I thought that was Willem Dafoe on the shirt there for a minute.
Go ahead, Jake.
Slaughterport on YouTube, and Jakeoff25 at Instagram.
Love the name. Love the name.
Jake off 25.
And that's about it.
Yeah. For me, Lost Cunningham, I just had my wife on a stream. Check that out. Just got Instagram, Lost Cunningham, and I just got propositioned by like 4 bots for sex. So that's always good.
That's a good day, man.
Yeah, it's a good day.
Great. Jonathan, hit him up.
Bombastic Reviews on YouTube, Mr. Bombastic 55 on Instagram, Bombastic Reviews on Facebook, and I'll try to be more active on those, but just kind of focused on the podcast right now. So.
I just got an Instagram, so I hit both of y'all up if y'all both got one.
Yeah, I'm hard. I think I posted like 5 things on there. Like
I don't post anything, so
I'm S'mores Endorse Podcast on Facebook and YouTube, and S'mores Endorse 76 on Instagram. Then, of course, you can find everything at s'moresendorsepodcast.com. So, guys, check us out tomorrow night. We will be live at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, or like I said, you do the math on wherever you're at in the world. Check us out with our special guests. So, until we see you tomorrow night, take it easy.
Later, y'all.